It's Tech Talk Taco Tuesday, number 175, and tonight's awesome guest is Jay Clark. Jay, do you remember what we talked about on the show?
We talked about a lot of different things, and it was all pretty fun.
It's amazing that you give out tech tips all the time, and we tried not to give out any this time.
It kind of seemed like we really didn't do a lot of that, but it was fun. I think people will learn a little bit, and hopefully it helps them out.
And hopefully they won't hate me when they're done listening to the show.
Right.
Now here's the show.
You can just text me anytime now.
Text you anytime because it's live at Tech Talk Taco Tuesday because it is Tuesday. This is Perump. This is Valley of the Dirt People. This is the show where we answer your motorcycle and motorcycle-related problems. Yeah, problems on motorcycles. My name is Jimmy Lewis. I am sort of in charge of this, although Matt claims he's in charge. Matt's over there pushing buttons. And with us tonight, we have a good friend of mine, longtime motorcycle industry. What is your title?
Yeah, I guess just be industry trying to keep from getting a real job.
Okay, sounds very familiar. Jay Clark from Dirt Bike TV. That's your on the grant, or what are you on YouTube? Same thing.
Same thing.
Dirt Bike TV.
Yeah.
So Jay, I've known him, and we were talking about this today, like 30 years, 28 years, something like this. I don't remember exactly when I met you, but I will tell everybody you used to be. I think it started as Wiseco Jay.
Yes.
That's where it all started.
Right.
It was Wiseco Jay.
I started with Wiseco in '93.
Right. Now, that's a long time ago. So there was Wiseco J, and then there was Dunlop J.
Yep.
And you're still Dunlop J.
Still Dunlop J. And now back to Wiseco J.
Oh, you're Wiseco J also.
Yes.
Full circle.
Full circle.
So we had Dunlop, but there was a time when there was a Pivot Works J.
Well,
right?
We're not going to mention all that, but yeah. So other companies. What big problem in our industry right now is these companies are buying up companies,
smaller companies, or consolidating,
and they buy up, and then big evil people get in there, and so
things change.
Things change.
That's the only thing that hasn't changed with me in this industry is I still like riding dirt bikes a lot, and there's this would be interesting to talk about. So we, as guys that just love to ride, and we did this today. I took Jay for a little ride because it's the best thing to do before you go on a show like this is go for a little dirt donkey ride. The companies that are run by riders, people that ride, don't they seem to be quite a bit different, or some really key people are like as passionate about it, like they want to ride more than they want to business. I guess business thing is a thing.
Without a doubt, I think our sport is really. It was developed all from enthusiasts, Big Donnie at FMF and even Mitch at Pro Circuit. All these people and Tom White and these people created companies from the ground up, and then big companies come and buy them
because they're super successful.
Super successful, and they look at these guys that run those companies as they just got lucky. They're a bunch of lucky bumpkins, and they think they're going to make it way better, and typically they don't.
Well, because if you're a motorcycle racer or guy, I can tell you Donnie Elma stories for a long time because I met Donnie. I was dumpster diving at FMF. so
that went over well.
Oh no, he was like kind of jealous because he's worried because he thought if there was something that good in his dumpster that some other kid was diving in it, that he'd done something wrong by letting it get out there. Because like Donnie can go to a junk sale and find gold. Right. Kind of a thing. I mean, that's how they got a lot of the machinery that he repurposed machinery that was crazy. But yeah, like if you watch the way that like they, that a motorcycle guy would keep books or how you would get people to work for you and things like this. And once the company gets big, of course it has to do things properly, but some of the spends that they do wouldn't necessarily make sense because you're doing it because you're an enthusiast. Yes. And it's like, well, we could save a lot of money by not doing that.
That's one of the first things they do is they cut out some of that advertising and marketing dollars that got those companies to where they were. And those types of, a lot of those people that come in from outside industry, they don't understand how that kind of stuff works. The biggest thing they don't understand is that our sport, especially outside of the West Coast, can be very secular with weather, a lot of different factors. So these big companies come in and they see that things aren't selling well. And it can be simply weather related.
Right. Yeah, and I didn't understand a lot of this too. Growing up in Southern California, it was like we were riding every day,
right.
And then you realize that, like, oh well, all these people in Michigan, they have these snow machines
right.
that they use for a few months out of the year, 6 months out of the year, and then there is just temperatures are too cold or it's too hot, like out here, like once you get away from the coast, it's kind of too hot to do much riding in the summer. So yeah, it's definitely cyclical, like seasons. And you see it whether it's like now with the social media stuff and the different, you see traffic trends, like when people are looking at websites right. and things like that. They're just other stuff to do, as opposed to you're not, when it's cold outside, people all of a sudden start getting on the different social platforms and start paying more attention. And when it's light till 9 o'clock and right. you live in Idaho and you can go riding for 3 hours after work.
Right.
All of a sudden those people aren't there to watch this horrible show. So, hey, you know a guy named Chris Reel?
I do.
Chris Reel is one of our top fans. Actually, he's been on the show a couple of times.
Yeah.
He's my oil guy. When I have oil questions
or sound, right?
Sound is absolutely sound, right. Homologation stuff. Yeah. But he was at Duralube way back in the day when I was racing for KTM, and they were a big sponsor of the team. And so I got to know Chris real well back then because it's a long story, but
Chris Reel well.
Real well, but real, not real. That'd be like saying George Jorge. So same sort of thing, spelled differently. So anyways, what we do on this show, if you're unfamiliar, if you've just tripped over it or you're watching it, we answer your motorcycle and motorcycle product related questions. So if you have questions, drop them in the chat if you're watching live. And then Jay and I will argue about the proper answer, because this is another thing I kind of wanted to bring up. I'm trying to remember how we met.
I think it was Cycle World Test. So one of the first times I remember going out with Grivey and we were doing like a shootout.
Oh wow!
Yeah, at De Anza. Would have been at De Anza, and then after that,
were you riding?
Yeah,
you were one of the test riders.
I got hooked up with Kenny Jones. He was a great guy, right. And Kenny, and I had no business being there because I wasn't remotely good enough. But Mike Young was riding,
right?
And like you and
Gordon Ward had to be Gordon Ward
for sure.
Gordo,
yeah, he was there. And this is around 92 range, because I remember. Bill Clinton just had won it was in November, had just won the presidency, and we were all so depressed.
Huh. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. Not much has changed. Yeah.
I'm not depressed. I don't care about that. I mean, I do care about this stuff, but I don't let it affect me. So we were doing a what was it? A 250 motocross shootout?
Yeah, that's what it had to be. And I remember, I think it was the last time that we ever rode at De Anza. Like I remember
the dump was going to fill in the track,
and it's still there. We rode in there.
The track is still there. Yeah,
it was because of some bird or something. They were going to temporarily close because of some bird or something, and it never opened.
Right.
It's still there, though. We rode in there a few years ago, Spencer and I did, and it was still there. It was actually in fairly decent shape, and you could still see the Supercross track and stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I remember I actually, it was kind of a not that good of a track. It was all built in the side of the hill.
Right.
But I remember I always did well there just because it was super hard packed.
Right.
But we used to do SMX there, like the whole SMX series. This is back in the Yamaha bucks and Kawasaki bucks days where you could, race 2 times a weekend and be $1,000 richer as an intermediate. Well, okay, so you get 1,000 Yamaha bucks, but your dealer would give you $800 cash for them.
Oh, nice.
So I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's lots of, but so getting back to this, so you have basically made a career out of supporting the media, doing a lot of media support.
Yeah, so that's what it started as. Well, like with Wiseco. Wiseco was a company, it still is obviously on the East. They didn't have much representation out here, and this is before the internet. So I talked, I kind of created the position. I just kind of bugged him for like a year, saying, "Hey, you guys need somebody out west representing you guys," and that's how it started. And I was able to get on with some great people there at Wiseco. This is long before they sold the company, but with Bob Anderson and Bob Gorman, who's now the owner of Comedic, and just some really great people. who,
because you always, like if we were doing a rebuild story or anything like that at the magazine, you could make sure we had the stuff to do it and all the stuff. And that's right. I remember it was gaskets and, pistons, then it was pistons and gaskets. And then it was like, I can get bearings.
Right.
And it just kind of, and then that kind of morphed into, hey, you know what? Don't rebuild that bike. I will bring you a whole bike.
Right. Because at the time, the project bike idea really hadn't happened. So that's when we started going, it'd be a cool way for me to trick out my bike, have these guys test it, and then I can ride it the rest of the year and have a cool tricked out bike.
Right. And I mean, there was always at the magazines, because at this time I was just kind of a test rider kid. I was, but I was going to school for journalism just because that was the path of least resistance, while I was racing. But when the magazine guys, they would give me a bike and they're like, hey, can you do this and that? I mean, the reason I got to be in photos in the magazines is I was changing tires for the editors. I was doing what you're doing, except they gave me the tires and they said, hey, just change them, or, putting a top end to something, or freshening, somehow cleaning it, cleaning the bikes after they rode them. You just do this grunt work to get in. And then all of a sudden it's like, well, there's the other photo guy that just shows up, does a couple whips and takes off and leaves. And then this kid sticks around and works on this stuff. He may not have been as good at the other things, but then they'd want to have you around. And then it was like when they realized I knew how to put that, what they call a capital letter at the front of the sentence, and then that thing called a period at the end, and put a whole sentence together, then they realized I could do their work for them. So we do a bike test or something like that. And they're like, hey, and this is like Tim Tulson and Joe Kosh back at Dirt Bike. It's like, hey, sploot. And that's what they call me, because this weird stuff came out of my nose. They're like, can you write, just put some notes down, write some notes down and get them to us. And this is on a typewriter.
Right.
I type it into a typewriter because I could handwrite it real quick, but they say type it into a typewriter because they could literally cut it out and clip it into their story, like cut and paste, but with scissors and tape, and turn it into their copy editor. They would add a few things. They'd add like an intro, and then it'd be the body of the text would be my evaluation.
They
of the
wouldn't
bike.
edit your info at all.
No. Grywe was doing this too. Grywe would just turn it in and put my byline on it. And it was like he didn't have to pay me to do it, but he would. Cycle World used to pay test riders like $100 a day or something to come out and ride, but he would leave my byline on it and do that. If it was like a comparison, you just have me write some things. And this time I think we were into word processors, so I could somehow give him a digital file. Yeah. I don't remember exactly, but sometimes it was just like, hey, meet Kenny Jones at my house, pick up this bike and go out and handle it. And I'd come back, next day I'd have him the words. Kenny would get a couple good shots of a CZ. Yeah. And I mean, CZ, I remember that was one of the first things I ever got really, quote, published in Cycle World, because Ron didn't want to ride that pile of crap. It was a remanufactured something or other craziness, but God, good times.
But you were always really busy, doing stuff, and then you created a cool niche at Cycle World where you were a dirt editor at a street magazine, so you didn't have to do a lot, and you got to write a lot. Right,
best job I ever left.
Right.
I had to do 2 pages a month. I mean, I did more as a contributor than I did working there. But that was, that was super, super crazy. What a great job that was. And then same thing. I could build project bikes there, because I had all the time in the world to do it, and I wouldn't have to write very much about it. And that's when the internets started coming around. Yeah. Because we did that magazine, Cycle World Magazine, in a partnership with AOL. And once a week we had to go on a live chat with the readers. And so few people had modems at the time. Right. We had a modem because we were at an office, right? That was a crazy big thing. So I've kind of seen this stuff from the infancy, and I thought, this is really cool, but boy, is it going to change the game. Right. And it has. It has. I mean, totally. I mean, it's funny because just kind of see where you've, kind of turned yourself into a content producer, an influencer, whatever you're supposed to be called these days, whatever it is. And the only thing I struggle with when I look at this, having been editor, Dirt Rider for a while, and understanding how much money was flowing through that magazine at the time. And I feel to myself, and that a lot of the content producers and stuff, not necessarily influencers, because is it like what you're doing is you have a lot of experience and background and knowledge and you get it. It's not like you just found motorcycles 2 years ago, founded a channel, and you just like you disco out a bike.
Right.
And who knows if there's even a piston inside that motor.
Right.
I'm never going to see it ride.
Right.
Where, you've been building project bikes and then like George over here said, he said, Jimmy, you should have somebody follow you around with a camera and you should talk about some of the things you do.
Well, because you don't realize in a day, if somebody followed you around, like just working on the 800 bikes out there, you can't. Well, first of all, I don't think there's any way you can ride all those bikes enough to keep the gas from going bad nowadays. Hardly. It's
you accuse me of having bad gas in my
could
bike.
smell it today when it was tipping over. I'm like, it smells like bad gas.
Yeah.
So if somebody was following you around just fixing little things, you don't realize how many little things you do that people don't know how to do or haven't done it. They haven't seen it.
I do realize this. Yeah. I just don't want to slow down enough.
Oh, it's tough.
Like we stopped a couple times today, and I stopped. I knew we were going to have to do a little Insta segment or whatever it's called, and it was no problem. I mean, I don't mind doing it sometimes, but especially when I'm just out like riding for the pure joy of riding. Right. It's like, why should I feel the pressure? I mean, I'm getting away from it. Why do I feel the pressure to post? Right. And but the value of some of those posts is super huge. And this to tie back to what we were just talking about is like, I see, I see people now that are doing really well with media and they're killing it for themselves. Yeah. But what they're doing and what they're making used to put an executive that used to tell you what to do in an office on the corner of a building with a nice view of downtown LA. Yeah. And then there was also 5 or 6 other people in that office that I don't even know what they did. Right. That what you were doing got their salaries. Our salaries never got any better. Right. But I know how much money was running through these operations. Right. So, good on you for sticking out. Like I said, I see when I do scroll through the social stuff, I see the thing, and it's like Jay's going to show you how to this little trick for that, and I'm like, I watch it, and I'm like going, oh, he does it that way. Yeah. And it's like, that's a little bit different than the way I would do it. And I always, like I say, I strive for this like level of efficiency where half of the stuff, I don't want to show it on social media because everybody go, what a hack.
And that's one thing that people do comment and they'll say, and it drives my wife crazy. She's when somebody comments a negative comment and they say, oh, that's the wrong way or whatever. You didn't do the proper torque or this, you didn't do the right pattern or this. I don't let it bother me because anything I show or do, it's not like I've done it. That's not the first time I'm showing it. No, like we've done it. We've proven it. And and most of it I've learned from other people. It's not like I just, I didn't go to MMI or I didn't go to those places to learn. So I learned from race team mechanics when I was at the races. I'd watch what they're doing, or I go by, KTM, or I go by Honda and I see what the mechanics are doing at the shootouts. I pay attention to all that stuff. And I bet that's one of the biggest ways I've learned over the years is just watching what other people do. I have a really good mechanic, Brad, who helps me with all my engines. Right. He's a big resource.
What's his name?
Parapros.
Parapros. Yeah. Good he's been doing with you stuff for a long time.
Yeah. 20 years. Yeah. And he's been great. And then, I got a good buddy, David O'Connor from Ireland. He's helped me a ton. So, so as far as mechanic work, I got those guys. And then a lot of times we get a lot of questions. We help a lot of people with questions. We answer every email. That we get, we answer it all. And sometimes it's just, sometimes I'll answer it most of the 80% of the time. And then I have David help me, Brad help me. And then Taco Moto. We'll turn a few people over to him. He's got a good Google Doc that has a lot of answers to a lot of questions, which we do as well. And so he has a lot more stuff that's more KTM, dual sport, enduro related. So we'll turn a lot of people over to him. So there's some good resources out there.
I forgot the most important thing about this show. Advertisers and sponsors. Matt,
we just got going wide open.
Matt got so wrapped up he didn't even remind me.
I was busy making sure this show was not falling apart.
Is it falling apart?
Well, I mean,
the thing's green. Yeah, so that's good.
No, right? It's all good. I was making sure our hot seat hotline is still good.
Okay, you put it up in the chat and everything.
I put it in the title of this video.
Okay, so awesome. So Tech Talk Taco Tuesday number 175 is brought to you by these fine sponsors, Yamaha. Do we have a Yamaha read?
You didn't have one last week.
Didn't have one, no.
We don't have one yet?
No.
Okay, so
they just sent us the new promo video.
And
we have a promo video.
You have a Yamaha shroud right behind me, which looks really cool.
It's a YZ125.
Yeah.
Quite possibly the best two-stroke 125 ever made. I still own one from 2005. And every time I ride it, I go, I should buy a new one. That's how good the Yamaha 125 is.
And you want to know something? I actually bought a 22. I own it. I own one now. I loaned it and I bought it, and I don't know. I'm probably only going to ride it like 2 times a year or so.
Make a project bike out of it, Jay, and bring it over here.
I already did.
Okay, well then just change the graphics up like you do. Change it up, put some DBT stuff on it, and bring it out here. I'll take it to the YZ125 proving grounds. We have a sand track over there.
Okay,
and if it's really good, we can talk about like I can upgrade because it's time for me to upgrade my YZ125. So that's my YZ125 read.
There you go.
Go to YamahaMotorsports.com for all of your YZ125 questions.
Blue Crew.
Taco Moto. They sponsor our Roost or Endo segment. I don't know if you're familiar with this.
Yes, I am. And it's
called Roost, Endo, or For Sale.
Okay.
Because if you want to sell something, you just send us a picture and evidently we can sell it for you.
I have like 5 bikes with Taco Moto products on them.
Yeah.
I have a lot.
He has a lot of stuff. Scott Sports, makers of fine goggles. Double Take mirrors. Double Take, I owe them a video. I'm working on a video. They make really nice mirrors.
I have like 4 or 5 bikes with those mirrors on.
They sponsored my video that I can't get done. And so until I get it done, I have to put this. If you need a Double Take discount code, you might want to send me an email. Bulletproof Designs. Do you use Bulletproof Designs?
Oh, yeah.
Stuff? Yep.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Seat Concepts.
That was a comfy seat today. I will say that.
Wow, that was unprompted. You said it on the trail, and I was just going to leave it there and see if it worked its way into the show.
Now, I use a different guy who's been great, but those seats are comfy. And I was worried that it would be too soft, like to not want to get up. But it's just right. For dual sporting, I could see the real benefit of that material.
So Lennon's been on the show a few times, and I've gone for a tour through the factory. And if you see how meticulous he is about blending his foams and the way that they do it, and it's crazy. And so who's your seat guy?
A Moto seat. SoCal. And I've known him for over 25 years. Travis, he's a great guy, but he specializes mainly in covers,
right,
and not the foam technology.
So that one, they don't make a Husaberg base, but a lot of their complete seats, they make their own bases, and sometimes the bases are actually different than stock, and they're better.
How they flex or
don't. Yeah. It makes a big difference. Fasst Company, you rode with flex handlebars today?
Yeah, and that was nice. And the biggest, coolest thing about that bar was We the People. Oh my gosh. I just love it. Made me so proud to be an American riding a foreign dirt bike in America.
So the best part about that particular one is, so I was hanging out with Cole and his kid was there or something, and his kid had the very first, like the prototype one of that. I stole it from his kid and put it on my bike.
and I've used
way back when.
And I've used their spoke wrench for 20 years. And and I get so many people commenting and asking questions on spoke tightening and technique.
Yeah.
I say just get the spoke wrench.
It takes 50% of the mistakes out.
Yes.
Right there.
Right.
So Fasst Company, makers of awesome spoke wrenches as well as the handlebars and foot pegs. And of course there's Trail Tech. I wanted to put a Voyager Pro on your bike today so we could do buddy tracking, but I was distracted with my new water buffalo tractor thing.
I was a bit bummed. I looked down when we were going across that dry lake bed. I wondered how fast we were going, and I realized there was nothing.
Oh, you could have a big speedometer up with the rev thing.
That would have been nice because how fast do you think we were going?
85. That was it. I didn't
look at my wife's face.
I got a video of it.
Yeah, I take a hand off, don't I?
Yeah. Like you.
Did you?
I did one of the Dakar
waves.
Yeah. They're looking up at the helicopters.
Hey, the bike he was on would have gone 104. Easy.
Here, I can send it to you right now, Jay, before I forget.
You're going to get him in
She's
trouble.
got my phone over there. She can watch.
And then our very first sponsor, DDC, Delaney Drive Components. They make super awesome chain wheels. They came on board before they even knew this was a show.
Nice.
I said, I'm going to do this. He says, I want to be a sponsor. So awesome. Thanks everybody. Oh, Climb. Did I say Climb? I
just
said Climb.
Nope, you missed it.
You and I were in some amazing Climb gear today.
I was super comfortable in my Climb. My temperature was perfect all day long. It's all because of the underlayers, the sub layers.
Yep.
That even though it warmed up today, I saw it. You got pretty warm today.
Yeah. But I was wearing just a vest, but I got cold when I got into the shadows there.
Yeah, but we got warm in the canyon.
Hey, yes.
I stayed the same temperature all day long thanks to my Climb base layers.
Hey, do you still wear? You were on the phone with the Chirbies a while back, and I remember you would wear that fishnet under thing.
Oh, you had to bring the sexy shirt.
Yeah, the sexy shirt.
The sexy
do you
shirt.
have like a photo of that for people that haven't? Seen?
It would get deleted before going on air. We don't need the world to see
I have a
this.
video of you've seen Right Said Fred, that band. They sing "I'm Too Sexy for My Shirt."
Right.
I have a video of that with me in that.
With that shirt on.
Yeah, I do that.
Okay.
Because they wear that shirt. Not the Chirbies one. Hey, you know what? Maybe after the break, I'll get the sexy shirt on just to bring the mood up.
Right.
So that's all of our sponsors. Everybody support the people that support this show. I really appreciate it because without them we couldn't do this. And you can also help Dirt Bike Test directly by clicking through our Amazon and Rocky Mountain ATV MC links. We get a small chunk of that. It definitely does help out. So when you're buying TV sets, water beds, chargers for your phone, whatever, click on those links. And any motorcycle parts, you can get pretty much anything you need at Rocky Mountain ATV MC. And so just go through Dirt Bike Test and click to support us, and that helps us.
Hold on, we're
gonna have to hang up on those people pretty soon.
Okay.
Do they have any questions?
I can't read that.
Yeah. Oh, you can't read that close?
No.
Okay.
I see there's a lot of questions up here and stuff.
So Matt's going to go ahead and read the questions.
What was I do for Wiseco?
Yeah, so George.
So my main with Wiseco and with all the companies I work for, I'm basically helping them promote the brand, and especially with any media outlet. It used to be just magazines, and now it's in other influencers who are doing content, and but mainly the regular magazines that we're used to, and also any type of online people as well. So even working with
so I can still call you up and instead of buying the Pistons I've been buying. See, George.
And I take care of Trevor out in Cal. He's very active and driving out to my place and take care of him with tires and whatever else he can use for those builds he does. He does a great job.
So
Trevor's cool.
So Trevor likes to blow things up too.
Right.
Yeah, Trevor, his maintenance schedule isn't in tune with his ability to ride the crap out of a motorcycle.
But at least he's got brand new bikes to work with, so that helps.
That's helping him a lot. Yeah. Yeah. So I think we finally got him on the editorial gravy train.
Yes.
With that. So yeah, thanks over the years, I've had some pretty interesting projects, and you probably know this is like, when I do these rebuilds and stuff like that, I don't just like put it in to freshen it up and get rid of it. I freshen it up and then I see how long it lasts, or I'm always doing these durability things, and I've done stuff with bearings, all the different bearings.
We've done that before. Yeah.
And it may not be something where it's super scientific that it's like, oh, this thing lasts this long, because you can never, we're not in a vacuum.
Too many variables. Yeah.
But I use a lot of different things and try it. And then I can get a sense of how it works so I can comment on it. Like somebody will say, hey, have you ever used these bearings or those bearings? Like, yes. And people ask, like, wheel bearings were a hot topic like 2 or 3 years ago. And I think what happened is one of the manufacturers I know for sure had a kind of a run of a bad, they must have got a bad batch.
Yeah.
And so people were saying, oh, these bearings are junk. And it's like, they're usually not junk.
Yeah.
And I never experienced that batch, but like, what do you replace them with? And I put some different bearings in some different wheels and different things. And like, they're like, well, this one's $80 and this one's $30. And what's the difference? And it's like, well, how did you take care of it? It always comes down to like, did you put it in straight, and the little things that we've all seen the mistakes for. But then, like, we're not in like Oklahoma where the water is filled with like grinding, like polishing and grinding stuff. And so our bearings tend to last a long time out here, where, and then you find out like guy really likes to pressure wash the side of his bearing.
Right.
And like, okay, your bearings, doesn't matter what bearing you use. You probably use, at that point, you should probably use the cheapest one, because it's not going to fail on its own service life. And so having the experience with all these different things, and I don't like going back. I can't say that there was like one brand that was significantly better than the other brand, better than OEM. Yeah. They were all kind of good. They're all actually, I would say they were all really good, as long as it was like a brand you were familiar with. If you found the one on eBay, the one that was $13 and everything else was $50 to $60, that one's going to be a little iffy.
Well, we look, another sponsor plug. The Wiseco Group works with ProX.
Right.
And ProX, what's nice about all their bearings are all from Japan.
Yep.
And so it's been really nice. We've been using a lot of those components in the engines and recently, and on their rod kits and engine bearings and the chassis bearings are all been really nice.
So I've used their stuff. I mean, I think because it was Mark Kapkoff was helping
years
them
ago,
out.
yeah,
years ago, and do different things, and I think we're getting them from which. So it's the race winning brands
right
who's handling it now, right? So they were supported us on a couple of projects, and I put stuff back together, and the stuff's still together.
Yeah,
and I rebuilt a WR450 back in the Dirt Rider days that. Is all the bearing components in that thing are still together. And we're talking that has to be 16, 17 years ago. And I don't know if my friend still is riding that thing, but who knows? It's good stuff. I mean, I don't, you start thinking about a bearing, bearing is bearing, and then it comes down to like metal quality. How are you ever really going to know?
Right. And like you said, there's freak things. I'm not going to name I had an aftermarket wheel the other day that went out, the rear wheel bearings went out. And the bike, it couldn't have had 10 hours on that rear wheel. And so it was really strange. And so
it was the bearings went.
Yeah. And because I felt it a little funny. And when I loaded it up, as soon as I stopped at the truck, I was like, and I felt it, it was really bad. It happened real quick. And I was like, and like I said, that rear wheel doesn't have hardly any time. And so it's just something freaky.
So when that happens, what do you do? You pull the bearing?
Yeah.
Did you peel the lip off or just throw it?
Yeah, I just tossed it and threw the new ones. I was in a hurry.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not like you want to analyze it. I just want to go ride.
I know. No, this is where I pull it apart. I mean, I peel that little seal off and like, okay, did it fail because it was not packed with grease, or did the race come apart? Because I've had like the metal race that encapsulates the balls. I had those break and go apart. I've had the balls delam. I've had the sleeves in the bearing delam.
I saw it was all rusted, so I figured that was a good hint that it was bad.
Well, okay, who pressure washed it? There we go.
and we're really light on the pressure washer. And also we even have videos showing it, because that's a big question we get is, and we do a lot of air. I mean, I blast every surface. Even my wife's really good at it. Yeah. Blow the bikes off and we spray down, lube everything. And we do pretty good on not going through very many stem bearings and things like that. But I noticed even on brand new 22 bikes last year, we had 2 different brands where we lost stem bearings in 4 months.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's like they're not, and there's so little grease in these brand new bikes that I tell people, they had a brand new bike, go grease that sucker.
Yeah. Yeah. I used to tear everything apart, and then for a long time they kind of came. Yeah. They came good. There was a time, and maybe it's. You haven't got any. So
super recent bikes, and the KTM's aren't as bad as the Japanese bikes. I'm telling you, we've had. Yeah, I think all the 3 main brands I've been using, we've seen it in all of them, right, where they're coming very lightly greased. The lower shock bearing, just a few hours, on one of the red ones, and then and some stem bearings on the blue ones, and a green one.
Yeah. That's. I mean, it makes sense. And back in the day, you had to tear the bike apart. I mean, I'd almost tear it apart before I rode it. Sometimes I'd ride it once just to loosen everything up, and then. And we could even talk about like what you should do. So I've got a new bike. What should I do? Sort of a thing. So let's hit these questions, because these people are asking.
I like that one. Favorite dirt bike of all time. Oh, am I cutting Matt's part out?
No, yeah, you just did a job. He read it? He's replaceable. Like,
okay,
it's okay. Yeah,
my favorite dirt bike of all time right now is a 350 XCF. I just think it's the best bike. I love it. And now I do get them modified a little bit. Twisted helps me out. And then the 23, I don't own one yet, but that bike's really good as well.
The XCF.
XCF. Because the reason I think it's the best bike overall is because you can ride it at the track.
Yep.
And you can ride on the trail, and it's amazing on either one. And where if you just had a 300 2-stroke or something, it's not great on the track, but it's fine on the trail. But it's not good in the wide open desert. Like you saw, I didn't want to unload that 300 today because that 300 is not enough for that desert stuff for me. I'd rather be on a 4-stroke on that desert stuff today. Yeah. So that's why I think that 350 XCF is just one of the best overall bikes that somebody can get.
Yeah, I don't disagree at all. I mean, I can't argue that point, not one bit.
All right. So from Dave Black, hey, I bought a used 21 FE 350 for my girlfriend. Owner added a tuner, removed the reeds, and opened the exhaust. It's pretty snappy. What's the quickest way to mellow it out?
He's running. If you're running stock gearing, that should be mellow enough.
But no, when you pop the reeds out and add a tuner, It can get kind of snappy, herky jerky, especially with an open exhaust. I would say if you have the stock exhaust, throw the stock exhaust back on it. And that should calm it down. He didn't mention what kind of a tuner. If it's just a fuel tuner, then it's easy to play around with that. If it's a full ECU, unless you have the ability to program it, but kind of corking up the exhaust tends to be the simplest, easiest way to.
And if it corks it up too much, you can pull the guts out of that thing a little bit and put it back, and it's kind of in between the two.
Right. And on the KTM ones, on the stock EXC ones, I just punch out that perf thing at the end. That's all I do to them. That's the way my bikes are. And then put the reeds back in. Period. And I don't know why we just think we need to take reeds out of everything because.
But it's just cool. Like I know you talked to Mike about this, but I just think it's kind of cool because I want it to be as moto as possible because I still am a moto guy. You want
that you want the lack of torque and the inefficient combustion to be. The reeds are like a supercharger. If they called them a supercharger.
Hey man, go back up to that one right there. That one's cool.
And not and what?
Oh, what a cool guest we have on tonight.
Todd Kelly's cool.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Todd. That's nice.
All right.
Yeah. So, anyways, put the reeds back into it.
All right.
Especially for your girlfriend. Your girlfriend wants to have reeds. It's like jewelry. Just be nice.
Right.
What's up, guys?
Yeah, a lot of those, they were freaking out about the 104 mile per hour 570s. So Eric Wyden was speaking of Trail Tech Voyager. Any thoughts on their plastic dock they sell with the unit? The pins have failed twice now. First was 6 months after purchase. Pins get stuck.
This is a known issue. So what happens is that the Voyager Pro draws a fair amount of power, and the pins are held up by a little spring. And basically, when the current runs up through the pin, it has to go through the spring, and it cooks the spring. So they are working on an updated version of this. I have some of the billet ones. I think that those have updated springs in them. I've tested a couple different ones, so I'm pretty sure they'll warranty your unit if it has an issue. But it does kind of suck that it's failing like that. So yes, known issue. I don't run the plastic docks. Actually, I have a few of them, but anyways. So Dave Black says his tuner is just an inline tuner. So if it's a fuel tuner. If it's the Dobeck or the JD one, put it at all threes, which is stock. And if you want to mellow it even more, richen it up. Add on the red. I don't know what color is blue, green, yellow, and red. Those are just the single lights, and that's most of the tuners. Just run those a little bit richer, and it'll mellow it out.
I almost think just go back to stock. Just take it off and put the region. If it's for his girlfriend and he's got an inline tuner now and they run pretty good stock.
Yeah, and if you put it at threes on everything, it's stock.
Okay.
It doesn't modify anything on those ones.
Okay, so Colin
GPS,
Bowman was asking what GPS would you like for 50% dirt, 50% adventure riding?
Okay, so I like the Voyager Pro, and so Trail Tech does sponsor this show. The Voyager Pro is pretty awesome just because there's a couple things I like. It's that the base map is actually pretty good just as a generic base map. You can load other maps in. It's a little complicated for most people like me, but like computer nerds can load those things right in, so you can have really good maps. It has the perspective GPS, which is instead of being flat up and you're looking straight down on the screen, it's like you're kind of on Google Earth, kind of flowing through it. It does this, which is a really neat view, and I don't think I've seen that on too many other GPS units. I haven't used a whole lot, but those, and then buddy tracking. And that's what I was bummed we didn't get to use. Cause then like in the dust, I don't have to stop at a turn. I leave a trail of where I went.
Nice.
And so you essentially have a track log that's basically being generated as we ride. My unit sends you the track log where I went.
So speaking of that, when we were riding today, when I was talking to Jim, were you riding at 30 or to 50% of your normal, like if you were by yourself out there, what do we think?
Speed?
Yeah.
That's how I ride all the time. That's speed. That's the way I ride all the time.
All right.
That's like kind of my just kind of normal go-to. I mean, every once in a while I was slowing down just to make sure that you guys could see where I was going.
And you didn't want to have to find another guest last minute if I wadded it up.
Right. We needed to do the show. So I was working, being safe, but because I do ride by myself quite a bit. but I carry a tracker with me so they can figure out where to find the body.
Which one do you use?
The InReach. The Garmin InReach.
I just got 2 different ones, Zolo and Vivi, that I'm testing.
Okay, those are newer.
We tested the Vivi this weekend, and it seemed to work fine. We actually test it out, and then you can do a check-in feature. So and we're going to we go to remote areas in Idaho in the summer, and that's going to be helpful.
Right. So the good thing about the InReach for me is we have a lot of stuff, and I can do a whole show on how we utilize it without really doing too much stuff. But you have the ability to two-way text back and forth,
right?
Which when a situation arises, it's pretty important. But we have these a series of ways to use it. Like anytime I go ride, I send a message that says I'm starting my ride. When I get done, I have one that says I'm stopping or start. It says starting or stopping. So it's the OK button essentially.
Yeah.
And then if I ever stop for more than 20 minutes, I send an OK. It's my responsibility to send an OK, because if it's just pinging in a single spot and I don't push OK, in 20 minutes, somebody's coming to get me because I'm knocked out or something's bad. And so there's lots of different ways to use it, because if you really whack yourself and you can't push the SOS button,
right.
And then if I really need to push the SOS button, I push the SOS. But if it's like, hey, I broke my bike, I'm not getting out of here, there's a way that I can text people, or just even with a single button, I can say, I'm being delayed. Pay a little bit of attention to my tracking.
Right.
Or there's another one that says, you need to come and get me now, which is, something was probably a little more serious. I don't need the helicopter to come, but, my friends will figure out where I'm at and figure out how to get me. So these are the kind of things. Hey, Jim Eckhart loves you.
Yeah, that's cool. Good job, Jim. I like Jim too. He's cool.
Jim and Todd.
And Justin.
Yeah, so Justin here is asking you guys, what is the best gear ratio for a 450 in the desert?
Which 450?
That's a problem.
What kind of what desert?
Any 450.
These are the kind of questions.
I know it's a little tough. I get questions like this, and I go, well,
1450. How can you go wrong with 1450?
Yeah, that's probably a good start to tell him. But we don't know what bike it is. But
but he wanted to know the best ratio. I'm saying 1450.
If he's on a KTM, it could be 1448, right? Like 49.
Well, okay. If we talk about gear ratios, and this is a big thing, everybody used to gear their bike to the moon.
Yeah, I guess I have a 450 EXC, and it's at 1451, and I feel like I could kind of go to a 50.
I'm 1450 and 1452 on almost all of my bikes. Okay. And the reason on KTMs, because the axle
you can flip them.
Flips it. So all my actually I have 48s, 50s, and 52s. So I go back and forth. So because some of the 350s are 48s because the gear ratio is so low on the high gear. But that's a like I said, that's a real generic question since we don't know anything about it. I'm just going 1450.
Okay.
Right down the middle.
Utah single track. That guy's cool. What's he asking?
So he's saying the kill switch stopped working on his 2018 KTM 450, asking if there's any ideas on how to diagnose where the problem is.
Is it the kill switch, or is it the starter / kill switch? So is it the single? Is it the single piece switch?
That's a single on an 18.
Right.
So that's a single switch. So
I have lots of problems with the starter ones,
which is usually just the plug.
Really, because I find on some of my bikes I have to push it and push it down and then it works. So it's actually internally inside. So I've had on this I've had it be the plugs. Before I've had it be the switch. Like it just gets water in there and it gets corroded. So it's in the switch, and I've also had it be the relays. Like when they don't start the relays on the side of the airbox. Yeah. I've had those relays go bad. So if it doesn't kill the bike, I would suggest that it's the plug, the plug that's grounding it.
Yep. And then I would just jump that plug with it off to test it first.
Yeah.
And then get a new kill switch.
Yeah. There's a lot of companies that make this stuff. Go to tacomoto.co and they will have the answer, and they probably have an upgraded one. Because if it's a real problem, he seems to get on that quick because everybody's chatting. And he does it, and he figures out a solution and makes something better. So. Mm-hmm.
Oh, BB, this is a good one.
Hey, Jay, just finished my tire stand. Thanks for the plans.
So this is a thing. I don't know if you realize this, but
if there's one thing I always see you doing is you're pimping some kind of tire stands.
Yeah. So people go, why don't you sell the tire stands? It's like, so we found out that the tire stand I like to use is pretty heavy. It's a steel, strong, and I like them all welded.
And as Dunlop J, who changes way more tires than any of you. Mm-hmm. listen to him here. Because what about, how come you just put it on a 55-gallon drum?
Because it's just so much easier to be on this stand. It's doing the right, and guys write me and go, can you show us, if we don't have a stand, show me how to do it like on the ground or something. Well, why am I going to show you how to do something worse?
Because there's a guy that makes your stand, right?
Well, so I've had I have 4 or 5 and I've had them all made over the years, and now I don't need any more. But since then, we had a really good follower. I made a video showing the stand we use, and I showed some dimensions and everything. And then this guy drew the entire stand. A guy from Minnesota, Jurgensen is his name, and he drew the entire stand. And so now we have people from throughout the whole world sending us requests for the stand drawings, and we post whenever they send us a picture, we'll post it on our Instagram. And we have people, I mean, seriously, like it's crazy, the locations. And my wife gets all mad because they write us with the plans, and then they say, come visit and you can ride. And it's in places my wife wants to go to, like in Australia and different places. And I don't want to go anywhere other than Nevada or somewhere, right?
Right. Utah, Nevada, right?
Right. So I like to go to only places that I can ride or drive to.
Right.
So anyway,
I like to ride out of places where I can take a shower when I'm done.
Right. So if you email us, we send you the tire stand drawings. It's been really cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I am a Rabaconda user.
Yeah. And I have one of those.
And you want to know why?
Yeah.
Because Andrew Short bought one for me.
Nice.
He got sick of seeing me do it on my hands and knees,
right.
Which I'm a pro. I can do mooses. I got videos on the internet of me doing I call it a 1 beer tire change with the moose, and I don't even sweat. I just and I have it. It's as you know, it's tires all just technique, just getting that bead down in the dish and working your way around. No muscles, but having a good stand, it just
And we're running a few more mooses, and so we have a Rabaconda, and those guys, it's a nice thing to have. To at least, especially to dismount for us.
Yeah, push down and dismount and stuff. And it's funny because I don't even use it the proper way, but I use it the Jimmy way, which is, like I said, years of experience. So what do we got there?
So Chris Riel was chiming in with Dave Black's 350. On his 350, he likes using to tame it down. It's a 48 tooth rear sprocket and also a slower throttle cable wheel. Also quiet tip in the exhaust will tame it a bit. Mostly he agrees with what you guys are saying.
It's a good point about the throttle cams. I forgot about that. I usually run the quicker one in the 250 and 350s.
Right.
But there is a slower one that could be helpful.
So like Motion Pro makes a complete throttle. It has different ones. And then
the KTM kit comes with, you have one in your briefcase of a slower one.
Oh, really? Because they are the ODI, the lock-on grips, which comes with these things as well. So you know what's funny is I used to think that because I'm really picky about this, and forever, especially in the carbureted 4-stroke motocross bikes, they were so snappy. They started out just getting snappier and snappier because they were getting jetted better and better. And I always thought that the throttle pull wheel would help. I started going to more aggressive ones and actually found it better for me. Because I don't know why, but I go to the most aggressive throttle pull wheel I can get, and it makes it smoother, which is completely contradictory to what everybody would think. But one day I just went out and said, I'm going to test this.
Yeah.
And I took a Motion Pro throttle with all these. It was back when it was a new thing, and tried them all. And I'm like, my God, if this didn't smooth it out and make it better, and who knows? So.
Howard Goki is asking stump jumpers this year.
Me or Jay?
I don't even know what stump jumpers is, so I would have to say no.
I saw Paul post something about it.
That's the Desert 100, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's a Stump Jumpers 100.
The Desert is, I don't know. Yeah, I'm a little more explanation would help out, but
so Todd Kelly, I'm gonna piece together what I think his point that he was trying to make here is for using your GPS trackers when you were talking about the was it the InSpot or the
InReach?
InReach, that's what it was. I think what he's trying to point out is he just uses the tracking that comes on iPhones these days.
The iPhone 14. I've been reading more about that. It does have some really.
It has GPS chip. A lot of them have the GPS chips in them, but it has the ability to send and receive.
Yeah.
But it's pretty limited in what it can do, and I think it might be costly if you
not right now. So I just watched a video on it the other day. They were comparing it to an InReach, and the iPhone 14.
Right.
This guy, like a hiking guy, he does a full video and he talks about it, the pros and cons. And it's just a couple months old, so it's pretty recent, the video.
Right.
And right now, Apple's not charging, at least for the next 2 years. And so they said they have a 2-year plan, and they're buying, the number of satellites they have is like half of what an inReach has. So
Right.
he showed how to do it, but that technology is coming, obviously.
Yeah, they're gonna
Because like when I go trail running, I know I'm in cell service, so I just share my location on my phone, and that actually it works pretty well.
Yeah, you can always do that as long as you have cell service, and once you go off, and that's where the new phone has it. And like I said, the old phones will tell you where you're at because they have GPS chips in them. They know where you're at, but they can't transmit back and forth.
Right.
And I don't know. I think it'll get better for sure. George is sitting across the thing and he's waving his hand, but he also posted in the chat. It's amazing. How come your phone didn't make any noises when it did that? You can start. Right. Here's a tip for the Switch cleaning on the trail. Use hand sanitizer to clean it. There's another question this prompts. Why do you have hand sanitizer while you're out on the trail? What are you doing?
Cleaning switches.
Should we worry about the animals? Okay. Mark Daniels. What is the Mark Daniels likes to have Tech Talk Taco Tuesday and tequila. He's got a 50 in that.
Yeah. So he was just suggesting the Moto-minded bomber switch.
Okay.
Also saying, put a quick prayer for Andrew Short.
Andrew Short. Yeah.
That's terrible.
Got a little wadded up. Yeah. Unfortunately. So
yeah. Prayers to Andrew, man. He's a good dude.
So
Richard Cody, let's see. I have a moose and I'm noticing the lube getting puked out past the bead. Is that a sign for a new moose or at least adding material? Also, any tips for a first time Mint 400 racer?
We'll start with the moose thing. That is kind of normal. And what it is showing you is that you at least have enough lube in your tire. Like, I've seen guys put mooses together and nothing leaks out.
And it's telling you you don't have enough.
Yeah, and then they wonder why their moose, their mooses fail. So that's a good thing. You got the lube in there. So it seems like it only does it during kind of high speed stuff. Like in slow speed, you're not going to get this. But even if a moose has been in there for a few months and never leaked, and you do a 70-mile-an-hour stint down the road, it's going to spit some out because
it's still got a little water. It gets getting water mixed in there from washes and stuff. And it'll hang out. So I don't think it's anything to stress over.
No, I wouldn't.
And obviously you can feel your tire all around to see what it's feeling like as well, to see if it's bad. But I'm guessing you're fine. Yeah.
So, but basically like the moose you were riding on today was probably like, I would say 7 to 8 PSI. It was pretty, it was time. It's time to come out. But it's like it's just a pressure test, It's like when it's based on you because I'll ride them until they start rolling,
right?
Until like I go into a turn and then they start pushing and so it'll go from like I always say that there's the rally moose is the full stiff thick one. Then there's the desert moose, which is a little more trail riding and stuff. And then once it gets down to like about 10 pounds, then it goes into a trail riding moose, which you had in your bike. And then it'll live its life there until it either starts rolling or the bead goes in. The moose shrinks enough to allow the bead coming in. And that's usually on the front, maybe 4 tires. I'll go through 4 tires. It'll go through that whole system. And I don't baby them. I mean, you saw it today. Right. We were going 70 miles an hour. We did 85 on the dry lake bed. Yeah. And there's head shaking going on. You're not allowed. What's your speed limit on the dirt bike?
It's probably like 40. Is
it 40? 50. Okay. Right. But on a dry lake bed.
There isn't a safer place to go 85 on a dirt bike than a dry lake bed.
Right.
No, nothing can happen. Unless the bike, I can close my eyes for like 30 seconds on the dry lake bed and ride. Where else can you do that?
I had enough time while going to 85 to take my phone out.
He was holding his cell phone.
Unlock it, record it, put it, and then lock it and put it back in my pocket and zip it up.
I have a video of going 100 and something on 138 or something on one of the adventure bikes doing that. I actually pulled it out and
that's amazing.
Yeah. Stupid.
Oh, you're going to go Mint 400 for the guy.
Okay. Any tips for a first-time Mint 400 racer? So, Richard, I hope that you've done some other racing before just going out to just do the Mint. And the reason is just because there's a certain kind of just experience you get from doing a race. And I think, are the motorcycles running on their own day? I would hope so. Because this is the biggest problem is people say, I want to go do Vegas to Reno. I'm going to go do Baja. And they don't realize that they're actually on a race course where the people
could get run over. The
people that are driving the really fast trucks have enough money to where they can run you over and it's not a problem. I'm not kidding. I've had someone that is a trophy truck driver basically say that.
Yeah.
You know, they say, you know, it's just some lawyer fees when they crush somebody.
Yeah.
And they're racing, you know, spending ridiculous amounts of money and you're getting in their way. They don't care. They do not care about you.
Yeah.
So, okay. So Richard does race with Moran, which is good. So you do have some racing experience. And so at the Mint, what would be an experience? You know, the good thing is you can go out there and pretty much ride that course. You can see maps of that course, the Mint course out in Jean and Prim, and that's open riding area, and you could go ride that at any time. So I would suggest going out
pre-run.
Yeah, well, you can't pre-run it, but you can ride it at any time just as a recreational rider. I would go look at that and go out and ride that. You know, take you and a buddy and go out and take it and ride it, and don't do it at race speed. Just go out and ride around it at your normal pace and then maybe, okay, now I know what this is like. And then say, okay, let's like go a little bit faster, simulate, you know, like a race day speed, you know, make sure you take a buddy or someone in case something goes wrong. But, you know, just, it's called practice and training. And so that when you go to the race, that the race isn't so difficult or overwhelming. That's what I would do, especially on those courses. And they're beat. Those courses tend to be really beat up. So, does Apple have a search and rescue plan?
Yeah, it is on that thing. Like I said, right now you just Google. I watched the video. It's pretty simple, and they do right now. It is there and it is free, but it's probably coming in the next year or two. They said some type of other
like a different service you can add on. It's like like the Geos system where you push the SOS button.
Yep.
So Justin wants to point out that Jimmy never said what his favorite bike of all time was.
Well, I think the question said J, what is your favorite bike?
Well, I think I just assumed it.
It's really strange, but I actually kept my mouth shut.
I kind of thought that all of the questions were for me.
No.
Oh, wow. I mean, when are you starting your own podcast?
I get that question a lot, and it would be. And I have a good buddy of mine, Donnie Bales. You remember him?
I know.
And he wants to do it. Yeah. And I just like I think it would just take away from more riding time or fixing bikes to go riding.
It does. Yeah. It does.
And that's my biggest problem. But I would like to do something, but I don't.
Well, evidently what you do is if you make a podcast, because everybody has one, so you can just have one.
Right.
Actually, all you need is this phone, like this thing right here.
But Donnie's got all this stuff because he did that Whiskey Throttle show for years. He's got all this stuff. He really does.
You don't know. All this does is cause problems, and it makes Matt feel like he's important. Right. So you can just do it. You can pretty much do it on your phone. Me and Trevor have done them before, like bike test ones, just sitting in the car, like recording it. You can on your iPhone, you can have a studio essentially. So, but the thing is if you go on a podcast, what you do is you have to start going to other people's podcasts. And then, because if this is what they told me about it, is if you go on somebody else's podcast, you get all of their people on their podcast to listen to your podcast. And so it's like you just share. It's not like if you go on someone else's Instagram account, it's called Insta raping. Like I got Insta raped when I got my first Instagram account. Like they didn't tell me about this. It was just
hey, you got to answer this guy's question about what's your favorite bike?
Oh, of all time.
Yeah. For you.
Hold on.
You've ridden a lot of bikes.
Check. 1, 2. Husaberg 570, sir. Yeah.
I was really surprised.
Oh, yeah. What did we ride today, Jay?
570. And I was surprised how good it was. It was really good.
Yeah. And I'll tell you that, so I wanted to turn the tables on you.
Yeah.
Like everybody thinks that I'm just evil all the time. But in reality, you think of how many like project bikes you've dropped off. Pristine, really bitchin' nice bikes that you dropped off to me at the magazine. And do you give everybody, like when you drop one off at Jody or for Ron Lawson or for Maeda or something, does Don do your bikes or not?
Oh yeah.
Don does your bike. Do you give them the same speech you used to give me?
What was it like? Don't mess it up.
Pretty much. It was like.
Well, now we usually go out with them now.
Okay,
it's way better. We don't just leave bikes, so we like to just.
Well, because I used to say, give it to me because I want to test it.
Right. And I'm like no, because
they don't have that time.
No. So and everybody is pretty busy, so it's easier just to meet out for the day. We do it in a day.
Yep, and
we're good.
So Jay used to just like, oh, come on, don't, It's like, hey, you get free tires. You can put new tires on it because you know it's going to come out with worn out tires, and you didn't want it to be smashed.
Yeah, and you were going to take it out to like Isabel or whatever, and just
ride it,
destroy it. Yeah.
No, I wouldn't. I don't. I treat every bike exactly the same. I treat it like it was mine.
Right, which isn't good though. So
I treat how many bikes do you see? There's a lot of bikes out there.
There's a lot.
Every single one of them runs. You could hop on almost every one of those things.
Good.
If it doesn't have a piece of tape on it that tells me what I need to do to it next, you can hop on those bikes and we could do that exact same ride that we did on every single one of those bikes.
Do you think somebody could steal a bike out of there right now and you wouldn't know for a couple of days if they got, the right one or two that you didn't notice?
I would be more worried about the bullets that would fly. That's what I would worry about. Yeah, you don't. My cat makes noise when somebody comes on the property, and then she shoots them. It's way better to have your cat do your dirty work. But okay, so back to this thing. Like, you've given me all these really nice bikes and let me ride them. So I was like, you know what, Jay, you come out here and you can ride one of mine. I'll turn the tables. It's not as pretty, but man, did it perform.
I was really surprised. I mean, and it's a 13, 14-year-old bike that's one of the first fuel injected bikes, right? And then the engine's pointing the wrong way and all that. And man, wrong way. Yeah. And it feels so good. I did say the power with the Recluse auto clutch in there, it felt really good. I didn't take advantage of that.
You still wanted to use the clutch.
It's still
it's habit.
Yeah, long time. So it's really tough, and in the few tough spots we went in, and Matt got to see me fall over once, and after I made it out of the tough section, I fell over in an easier section. And just fell over. Yeah. But I did save the bike.
They're top heavy.
Yes,
the Husabergs. It's like it doesn't have any showroom bounce.
It went like this. Like I didn't know what happened. It just fell over. So
right.
But the bike is really good, and I was really surprised. It was great. The motor felt amazing. Especially at 85 miles an hour.
You're not going to be able to come out if you keep doing that. I'll put a speed limit on him.
This Brian guy wants us to get together more often.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can come on the show.
Agrees.
Every
if I make my own podcast, I'll call it the J&J show, and we could do it that way.
Because he knows how to. He knows all the technical stuff.
Yeah.
Half the time. We're gonna get him tuned up. We got a system that's going to improve his performance. But he can put us on like a screen, like a Zoom. You can do like a Zoom kind of thing,
right?
And then
you mentioned that, and that's why I said I thought it'd be better in person.
It is better in person,
and that's why I was like, well, I drive back from Utah once every couple months, and let's just work it out to where I'm coming home on a Tuesday.
Yeah, there's no delay. The sound's a little more consistent. It's nice to use real microphones. Yeah. We get to go riding,
right?
That's the best part.
All those things.
And I think we should head into our little.
Hey, we need to take a little bit of a break. So we're going to hang up on you Instagrammers that got the whole segment. I can't believe it. They're probably going to ban me for doing it. So Jay says bye. If you want to join us, come back over to our live YouTube and Facebook things. And with that, enjoy this message from our awesome sponsors, and we'll see you in a few minutes. Cheers.
What's up, Moto Buddies? Mike here from Taco Moto Co. What is the Taco Touch? It's the best service in the industry. Virtually 24/7 tech support via email or text, and it's like having a dirt bike doctor on call every day of the year, helping you fix your bike or recommend parts or setups for you. If you've ever received an order from us, you know that the Taco Touch extends to our fulfillment, and our orders come with the coolest stickers that you've ever had, buying parts from anybody before, and a handful of root beer barrel candies. All of our Taco Moto Co. branded components come with a no questions asked lifetime warranty, and we'll even extend out the warranty of other manufacturers, OEM, and aftermarket parts where we can, sometimes for life. We test and tune endlessly and exhaustively and obsessively. We're trying to destroy everything that we can before you get your hands on it, to look for weaknesses and to improve it, or to make recommendations to the manufacturer. And if it's something that doesn't meet grade, then we don't offer it on the store. Everything that we carry is something that we have personally used, tested, and ridden and raced, and knows meets the high Taco Touch demanding standard. Go out and get some adventure.
And we are back. So Tech Talk Taco Tuesday, episode number 175. This is live with Jay Clark from...
I think of it 175 like an IT 175.
That's I remember those blue.
Yep.
Yeah, the monoshock.
Right.
Monocross. I think
They look cool. I think they look kind of cool. They're still
they weren't as good as the KDX. I remember.
not as good of a bike. I'm just saying they look cool though.
Yeah. There was a kid. I saw a kid rip down the street today on a KDX 200.
Cool.
Ratted out KDX 200. So welcome
Jay,
back. We're gonna.
Jay, can you just pull that mic just a little bit away from you?
Oh, away.
So basically, he's saying nicely that I'm loud, Sarah.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Did somebody comment he's quiet? Got the field.
She's like, he was real nice about it. Just get that mic away from your face.
Hey, and thanks to all our sponsors. If you were watching or listening or however you're doing the thing, if you are listening to the show on one of our podcast formats, you can always catch us live on Tuesday nights, generally at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But if you are doing that, share this with a friend. Tell your friend that doesn't know how to work on his dirt bike that every show we try our best to give you some sort of nugget of knowledge that you can take with you, so you can say, I didn't just waste 2 hours of my day listening to these. I'll keep. You wanted to keep it rated PG, so I won't talk about myself.
Some of these are funny. Hey, there's guys selling a 175 at the bottom. Go down.
Yeah, Victor.
Victor. So Victor's.
Do you know this guy?
Oh yeah, we know Victor. He's usually banned. It's usually hard for him to comment because he gets banned and kicked off Facebooks and YouTubes and everything.
Okay.
Victor actually went riding with me a couple weeks ago. He came into town for the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame celebration, and he managed to drop his wife off in Vegas and then hightail it over the hill here, and we did a little dirt donkey ride, big tank ride we call it.
Nice.
So some of the stuff that you saw today, but we went all the way to the gas station, the way out there. And came back. It was an all-day ride.
Yeah, I'm more of a moto guy. Like get to Glen Helen at 9 and leave by 11:30. Deal.
So you like smooth sand washes? Is what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
I mean, do you go wakeboarding when it's all rough?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't ride my jet ski when it's all super rough, when it's all choppy.
And people tell me this. They're like, "Oh, you got to go." But you wouldn't wakeboard, snow ski, any of this when it's rough.
I ski mobiles.
But you like powder?
Yeah. I would love to have powder, but it's like, so I kind of get you there, but it's funny because, a lot of times when I'm on a motocross track, I'm actually testing something, and you can't just test around a flat, smooth track. I mean, Don Maeda can, but not everybody else can. I like Don.
But I can test my sand tires and my motors. So I'm just not doing suspension and handling.
Yeah.
So I'm mainly doing motor testing and tire testing. And I like to know my speed up the hills at Glen Helen and how much better they're doing or not doing.
What do you want him to have more? He's 4.
No, let's turn him down a little bit.
Turn him down?
I don't know what changed.
Okay, I can turn him down just a little bit.
Decided to make him louder.
It's good. You push a button on the computer and it should fix everything.
We don't go to Disneyland.
Let's see. That should be fine.
Okay. Well, Jay has to talk before we know whether it's fine or not. Say hi.
Yeah.
This is mid-show. See, Matt jacked up something and he doesn't know what it is, and we're going to blame him.
So tell Victor if he sells the IT grossly underpriced, I'd be interested.
Oh, yeah. Jay's looking for an IT 175.
If it was cheap enough, yeah.
Yeah, Blue Crew.
I don't have as many bikes as you. I did find out, you're going to love this. So I have...
Victor's just getting warmed up.
Baby heads. We found some of those baby heads today. I think Matt saw my bike joggle
do
around.
Little ricochets.
Yeah.
No, I was glad that and you knocked them loose so they wouldn't mess me up. So I didn't.
They're
hit
a little
any
taller.
At all. Yeah.
So I found out that I insure most of my bikes because I don't live out in the middle of nowhere with guns protecting my bike. So I insure them, and it's pretty cheap. But I just found out that the limit is 9 on one policy.
9 motorcycles.
Yes.
In California.
And I'm like, yeah, what idiot only has 9 bikes? So now you have to take another policy out for the additional bikes, and now I'm paying more for that second one because I don't get as good of a discount as I do on the other ones. So it's kind of a bummer.
That can be a little bit of an issue.
Yeah.
Because you don't want the bikes to go anyplace.
Right.
So, hey Jay, what's better?
Message it in.
Utah Single Track says, what's better, a day at Disneyland or a day trail riding?
He knows the answer to that.
Oh, well, he might be from Utah and he thinks Disneyland's something really cool.
No, his wife does.
Oh, his wife?
Yeah.
His wife likes Disneyland?
Yes.
Well, if you, the funny thing is I've taken people out in the desert into these places and they go, hey, this looks just like Disneyland. And I want to slap them.
Right.
No, Disneyland looks just like this. It's like they one of them's fake and one of them's real.
Right.
Well, Jimmy, you always say you want to be Mickey Mouse.
That's right. Like, people ask me all the time, like, hey, well, how does that work? How does this work? I mean, as far as like the business and all that stuff like that. And like, you don't go to Mickey Mouse and ask him like, hey, so at the front gate, what's the percentage of money that this person gets in that? And it's like, I just want to like go, hey, hi, everybody. I just want to be that guy. Right, George? Mickey Mouse.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm trying to hire all the smart people to do that, but then they take all my money and then they sell it to another corporation or something. So anyhow, see, I told you about Victor.
Victor's funny.
He's getting going.
Yeah.
Victor's my Mexican buddy. We use a different word for each other, but it starts with a B and ends with an R. And
we have a lot of friends.
It's not wetback. We don't call each other wetbacks.
We have a lot of good friends watching it late, and it's nice that we're keeping it PG.
Yeah,
that's good.
So
my mother-in-law's watching.
Okay.
So that's nice.
My wife, I'm surprised when she starts watching and she doesn't like it, she starts texting me.
Okay.
And I get these texts. It's like, hey, kind of cool it.
Yeah.
This show can go off the rails.
Right.
We just talk about whatever kind of comes up. But since we're keeping it PG, I'd like to thank my sponsors, Yamaha, Moto, Scott Sports, Climb, DDC, Trail Tech, Fasst Company, Seat Concept, Bulletproof Designs, and Double Take Mirrors. Do you know that Seat Concepts has been making seats since 2009, Jay?
I did. They used to be in Hemet, out by my place. And I should have gone over there and checked out that stuff before they moved to Idaho, because Idaho's way further away than Hemet. Right.
And he basically started it because he needed seats for his vintage bikes and nobody made them. Yeah. You know, Seat, the company CEET went away.
Yes.
So he started making his own. And next thing you know, now it's a Hughes one.
And that's where Travis at Moto Seat worked for years, with Seat. And that's why he was able to start Moto Seat.
Right. Interesting. So Justin Markham has a question there, Matt.
Why clots in the two-stroke oil and the two-stroke, Jay? Better quality oil, smells great.
Both. So we run the R50. It works really well, and we've been running that for 25, 30 years, and it works great.
So I don't have a oil kind of sponsor or anything like that, but I ran into Larry Coleman at this Hot Shoe Hall of Fame, who was my original. He's been in the industry forever. He was my original CalGuard guy. Right. I was a CalGuard guy until I was a Duralube guy, which was pretty cool, because their oils were actually same thing. It's the two-stroke oil. We can argue about this quite a bit, everybody has their favorite and there's the best one and stuff. But it was funny. I don't know why I was a little adverse to clots, and because at the magazine we would get lots of different stuff, and it was never like my kind of go-to. The first one, there was all these different brands, but one of the other ones that I've been using lately has been Rock Oil for two-stroke. They have this strawberry scented two-stroke oil.
Nice.
It's pretty. I run it a lot of my two-strokes, and people are like, your bike smells kind of sweet. It's like, yep. So. Anyhow, lots of good stuff out there. Actually, it's kind of hard to find bad stuff these days, because the bad stuff now with the speed of the internet, like when things are bad, your bad reputation gets bad really quick.
That's true.
And it takes a long time to build up a good reputation, especially when it's something like two-stroke oil.
Why don't you guys lube that door, for your next show?
Because when I hear it, I need to know where to shoot, which direction. Each door makes a different tone. We don't even have guns out here.
Stop.
I have a cat. My cat will freaking attack you. Like, you have no idea what's the claws in that thing. Yes, George, here's a question.
This question's primarily for Jay, but I know you'll chime in. I was in a new motorcycle store, and their inventory seems to have caught up production. When are we going to have an opportunity to buy a bunch of used bikes on the cheap? In your opinion, that stuff's got to flood. People are going back to work.
Yeah, so we are seeing prices drop. So George, I don't know if everybody heard that, but he's asking about.
Yeah, they heard. Yeah.
Okay, good. So we're seeing a lot of bikes at the 23 bikes now sitting in the dealerships that weren't sitting there this time last year. Most dealerships were empty. So definitely have caught up, and sales on new bikes have dropped significantly. With everything going on, interest rates, who knows, whatever, people scared, or just tapping out the market. So the bicycle market, same thing happened. Bicycles blew up. They can't even, bicycle shops are full, and skate shops and all those shops are, all that kind of stuff is.
It's all the toys.
It's tapped out with people getting back to work in real life. They're not doing some of those things that they were doing during COVID. And so I think for us, we should start seeing used prices hopefully get back to normal range. Because there's a guy been emailing me the last couple of days wanting some advice on a used 300. And all you can find is one for like $8,000 to $9,000, and it's like 4 years old. And I'm like, man, if that's really the price, I'm like,
I paid, I think, and I got a good deal on a 19 at KTM 300 at $8,500, and this was a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, something like this. And it was kind of when it was really starting to happen with this. But you know what's funny is it depends on what year that 300 is, because there's all these rumors about like, oh, don't get a 23 because a 23 is your junk. You got to get like an 18 or you got to get a 20. And like George has a 19 that blew up, but it was because he took off after us without warming it up and went hauling ass down the street and it seized. And it's like, you really should have gone to the internet with a picture of that cylinder and said, look what happened to my bike.
Should have gone to the bathroom like 2 hours earlier.
Right. Yeah. If he would have gone to the bathroom, wouldn't have got behind, he wouldn't have had to go down the street. But Jim's riding a brand new 23 300. And how many hours do you have in that thing?
96.
He was asking me, he's going, hey, do you think I should, like think about the top end? I'm like, no.
They're great stock.
Well, it kind of started running funny, but he put is it yours Pro Moto billet or no? What was the end cap on the back of that thing? I think it's a Pro Moto billet one. It's the bolt on one that takes it, and the spark arrestor. Well, that thing runs so clean, it doesn't leak oil or anything like that. That's nice. But it will clog up that spark arrestor.
Okay.
And I've had a friend clog it up in 2 days just of single track riding, and Jim's probably riding a little bit more open stuff.
Yeah.
But he's like, yeah, my bike's running funny. He actually went to replace the sensor because that's all the rage. You got to replace all the sensors, right?
Right. It was just that end
The
cap?
screen was just
totally clogged.
No, the sides.
Yeah.
The center.
There and the flat was clean.
The flat was clean, but the sides, because it needs all that to be open. But it was slowly working. It was part of the center was kind of dirty, but we ended up just, we took it out, put it in gas, lit it on fire, burn it, scraped it with a wire brush, and all of a sudden he had a brand new bike again. Thing like got 20 extra horsepower, didn't it? so, but little things like that happen, and then people are like, oh, you can't buy the new ones, and they can't. And so
you should have filmed that. You should have filmed that process.
I did. I did. I got a video of it right here. I'll show you.
You post that on the gram because people will like seeing
how to
clean that off. Yes.
See, I was thinking of that, Jay.
They don't see it right now.
I'll show you. It's like, look at this video. It's like pretty cool. Like here's the. Should I post that on the Instagram? That's how you clean out the thing
for right? Sure. That would be, and that is the thumbnail photo with the flames is gonna. Yeah,
that'll get me some views.
That'll get you
some
views.
Oh, just you wait till Roost or Endo. We got some good flames in it.
How come my internet advisor didn't tell me to do that? He just keeps telling me in a post on this account that I have that he got me. It's like Grinder or something. Okay, what's the next question, Matt?
Okay, so we've been having there's a lot of oil talk going on right now.
I blew up the oil thing. Because that is something people are passionate about.
Run clots.
Yamaha, right, Caster 927.
And Caster 927, I feel like, is a good oil for non-power valve engines. And power valve engines, it's way too dirty. That's because I used to run it.
I tend to agree with that most part. I think it's so. What I was told, and Chris Reel can comment on this if he's still listening, which he might be. But the thing is, when your engine's about ready to blow up, it's getting so hot that things are getting super hot and stuff. The caster actually goes to the hot stuff and helps. Where some of the synthetic stuff, kind of at a certain temperature, the catastrophic temperatures tend to go away from it. So there's like the thing is, don't do something to get your bike that hot. That'd be the thing, like go to the bathroom 2 hours earlier and don't take off the street going a million. Or run caster. Although I don't think caster's good for the oil. I wouldn't run it.
I think George castor oil was before he started the problem.
Yeah. He had castor oil coming out someplace else. I think that I don't think it'd be advisable to put caster into an oil injection system.
No.
Because it's just not.
No, and I tell actually I have gotten a few questions about the 23s, and I tell them to stick with the Motor X. What's recommended? If you have a brand new 23,
you can't go wrong with the recommended oil,
right? Especially because, and there's even a comment here from TW Hicks about the 23's brake and pistons. Mm-hmm. The TPI bikes have had some issues as well with different various things, and a lot of it's warrantyable. Yep. If you have a good dealer, you take it in there, but it would be best to be using that oil on a brand new. If I had a brand new 23, that kind of money, I'd be
you spend that money and you do have a failure.
Now, if you have a 4 or 5 year old one and it's obviously way out of warranty, you can do what you want. But I feel like you're better off using that Motor X at their ratios they recommend.
And there's other brands that make oil injector specific things, because like oil injectors are nothing new. Like they had these in the 1960s, late 1960s. Yamaha had them.
Yeah.
So it's nothing. They were mechanical back then. They weren't electronic.
DT1.
DTs had them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a JT60. Actually, I took the motor out and put it in a go-kart and I did the mod that everybody does. You take the oil injection off.
Yeah.
And then just mix the gas, and then we seized it. So there's a lot of different companies that make an oil injector specific oil, and they've been doing it for scooters and stuff like this. And it just has to have different kind of carriers in it to be a little bit thinner or whatnot. But I guarantee you that you can't go wrong with running the manufacturer's recommended stuff. So if you want to be safe, just do that. If you have experience with other stuff, or you can have the experience, and then when something goes wrong, you can blame the oil like everybody else does.
Yeah.
So GW Hicks was saying that they've done 8 of those 23s that Carter's Power Sports, the closest KTM dealer, would not fix or could not fix.
Could not fix. Why could they not fix them? Like, that's kind of awkward.
Yeah. I wonder if it's a code issue or something else.
Yeah. I've seen some pictures.
He talked up above about the pistons breaking.
Yeah. So I've seen pictures of this, but you know how it is on the internet. Like, one guy breaks it, and then you copy it, and then you say, "Oh, look what happens to these," and then some other guy takes it, and then all of a sudden it's happened to 800 people, and it's literally less than 1% of the bikes that are out there. Like the KTMs where you see the whole front end snapped off the bike.
Yeah.
You seen those?
Yes.
And then you find out that, oh yeah, a guy went the wrong way on a track and got in a head on.
Right.
And it wasn't he just landed a little bit long off a double jump.
Right.
And it was like, what really happened? Solution. Don't buy a KTM. I'd like to thank Yamaha for supporting this show. If you want to learn what's new for 2023, go to YamahaMotorsports.com, and I can't endorse Utah Desert Racers solution at all. Because you know what? Maybe there's some. Have you seen some of these Chinese knockoff?
Yes, I get bikes? It. Yeah, I've had people ask me about those, and not a fan. I
want to buy the I think it was like $1,500 KTM 300 knockoff. Like it's on eBay or something like this, or actually Alibaba, you can buy them there or something. And it looks just like a KTM, but you start looking closer and it's not. But I really want to buy one of those just to see,
and just to compare it out here and see if it makes it back to the house. Yeah.
See what happens.
Yeah.
And then I saw somebody that did something on YouTube that tried one of them, and they said like, it just things bent, like the spokes were made out of aluminum instead of steel. Just weird things that you wouldn't ordinarily do. But I would like to buy it just to. I mean, that'd be good content if I wanted to, waste the money.
People write me and ask me about it, and I tell them they'd be better off finding a used 450X or a WR450.
Find a 10-year-old bike.
Yes.
And we were riding, how was
13 years? Yeah.
13-year-old bike. And you had a good ride on it.
And you can ride a 450X or, something good like that. And you can find a good deal on those. And even with a carburetor, if you get that thing dialed in, and you're great.
Yeah. As long as you're, you know how to work on a carburetor, it's great. I hate them now.
And if you don't, you send it to my buddy Brad. He's a master at those carbs.
I have an ultrasonic cleaner and I know how to do all that stuff. I just don't want to do it. It's especially out of a Honda. I do not want to take a carburetor. Do you like taking carburetors on a Honda 450X or 250Xs, by the way, Jay?
Once you just have to say, because the guys always try to do it the easiest way, taking the least amount of parts off. It's better just to
take a lot of parts off.
You're taking take the whole. I pulled the whole.
Flip the subframe up, take the shock off.
And take the shock off. And it's just, you just give in. Once you learn that, you're just giving in. And sometimes I take head stays off just to get out of the way, to put cables back on and easier. And
it's there's certain bikes like that. And then there's KTMs that just turn them sideways and everything's right there. Right. They fall out of the frame. It's like, why couldn't everybody do this? But I did that when we were Dirt Rider. We went down the street because we were in Anaheim. We went down across the bridge to the lawnmower shop that was selling like knockoff bikes, and we bought. Remember the Aprilia twin cylinder 450?
Yeah,
we bought a bike that looked exactly like that, except it was 110 sized, and it had the generic Chinese Honda 110 knockoff motor in it, but it looked like an Aprilia.
We call them Chondas.
Two to where it even had 2 pipes.
Yeah.
They and we bought it. We did a story on it. We just said, like, what's it like to own one of these things? And there was, and the conclusion at the end of the story was, if you only have X amount of money and you really want to get a motorcycle, and this is like an option, you think, I think it's an okay option. And for these reasons, you're going to learn how to be a mechanic, and you're going to learn how to garage fix, or there's a lot of terminology for it, but you're going to have to rig a lot of stuff.
Right.
Because you can't go. And even though the guy at the shop told us, if this thing breaks, you can go to the Honda shop and get the parts for it. He literally told us that.
Yeah, but a lot of it doesn't interchange, though, as the easy as they say it does.
Oh, there was nothing on this. I mean, maybe some bolts or something like that. And I don't think the Hondas, I don't think they're carrying the points for the ignition and stuff like this that was, from this 1970s motor.
The best advice on, that I've watched Top Gear, the British one. Do you ever watch that?
Yeah, oh yeah.
One of his favorite lines is, when it comes down to, like, if something costs more or less, you just say, just work harder. Just get a better job, and you can afford a better bike. That's Spencer's motto now. Is he knows he wants to, my son Spencer wants to. He wants to make a good living so you can afford some good dirt bikes,
right?
And a house to put him in and all that.
Okay, yeah. Then work harder.
Yeah,
that's I can't disagree with that at all.
Work harder.
But so if you're going to go down this road, you'll learn a lot about being a mechanic, and then you'll learn that you should have bought the better one.
Then you should have bought a used Honda or Yamaha.
Yeah, and then you will get that, and then you will have learned. And so I try to, through all my mistakes, when I make a mistake, I try to learn something from it. I get pissed off at the same time, but at the end I go, what did I learn by doing the Jimmy method?
Yeah.
So
all right. So last question, and then we'll go into Roost Endo.
Did we put you to sleep, Matt?
Whoa.
That was a deep yawn.
Almost.
Yeah.
It's getting close to my bedtime.
Okay.
I still got that drive.
Okay, question.
All right, so Eric Wyden, can you guys touch on the different chain options for 350, 500, 501 bikes? Any recommendations for desert?
So my chain of choice is go with a good quality name brand chain. This is one you can get really cheap chains on the different places.
Yeah.
You will pay for that chain many times over, especially when it fails you, because chains like to, when they snap or break, they like to eat things right in front of the countershaft sprocket. So whatever bike you have, it generally has a hydraulic slave cylinder or clutch thing, and that means new center cases when they blow up. So spend the money on the chain.
An O-ring chain. O-ring or an X-ring chain.
Right.
And what's the difference? Should we tell people the difference?
Between O and X?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So an X-ring is like, a lot of guys, even race teams will run an X-ring chain and Moto and motocross. We'll see some of the top race teams, motocross race teams, running an X-ring, which is heavier than a non-O-ring chain, but it has really thin, small O-rings. So it's not a true O-ring chain. They tend to be about a quarter pound lighter than a full O-ring chain.
Yeah. So the X-ring, it's basically they're kind of like O-rings, but they're just smaller. They have less drag surface instead of like a big surface on it. It has a smaller.
Be like a
surface on it. I ran O-ring chains when I was desert racing 125s, and you want to talk about some place where you need power, and it's like at that point it's spinning and it's warmed up and it's not going to hurt it. But yeah, I would definitely err on the side. I mean, on my motocross bikes, I tend to, because I was washing them all the time and they were maintained quite well. I would run a regular chain, but I was always putting penetrant oil, basically anti-corrosive stuff on the chain all the time, and then keeping it lubed. But yeah, I would run a good quality chain. Check out DDC for chain and sprocket needs for sure, especially for desert. So
yeah. So
hey, you got to answer that last one, Horace.
Is the FE250 slow
for me?
Just asking if it's too slow. It depends on the rider.
It all depends who for, right? I thought that was a good question.
Well, here's I have I like to save people money. This is one of my things. Is like, because I'm kind of a frugal person myself and stuff. So here's Horace.
Kinda.
Horace. Here's what you do. You're like riding along, and if your bike is too slow, turn the throttle farther, and it will go faster, and then it will be faster. And if you actually turn the throttle all the way and it's done, make sure that you're at peak RPM. And if you're at peak RPM and your throttle is wide open, then you can shift gear and it'll go faster again. And then when you get to the gear, it's usually sixth in a 250. and you're wide open and your peak RPM, and then you go, it's too slow, then it's too slow. So that's how you answer that question.
But the bike you rode today was 320 cc's
Earmark
more
that,
than this.
and then that's the explanation for that question.
Did we get that question off our mind?
Yeah, get John to put that on as a short. Okay, what was that?
I said the bike you rode today was 320 cc's more than that FE 250.
That's too much math for me, but the Husaberg is definitely.
But one my lady can ride.
slow.
But yes, an FE 250 would be great for your lady friend.
But one my lady can.
The problem with an FE 250 for anybody that really wants a good feeling motorcycle is
Lack of torque.
Just
low
lack
RPM.
of torque, and it's a very heavy feeling bike. But so it's not going to have enough grunt to get over obstacles, and to make it have more power, it would cost a lot of money.
Right. It's funny because if you're looking at a 250, and they don't make the 250s anymore, those are old.
Yeah.
It's like just get a 350.
Right.
And I have some 250s, and they're great for training and stuff.
Yes.
And it teaches you throttle control and how to use the clutch a little bit better. But you get a 350, you just get all that bonus torque and stuff, and you don't have to turn the throttle that far if it starts going too fast. Because people say, "Well, is a FE 350 too fast?" Well, don't turn the throttle so far.
Right.
So, anyways, yeah, we're sorry to make a a little bit of a joke out of that, but
I do ride 250s on the track.
Motocross bikes.
It's mainly, yeah.
Yeah.
Plenty,
I
plenty
pretty much only if I'm not testing a bike, I'm riding a 125 at the track. That's the only way I can keep myself under control.
Nice.
Hey, we're going to do that segment that we have
Yeah.
because Matt wants to get done with this show on time.
On time.
And this is sponsored by Mike?
This is sponsored by Taco Moto. So this is our Roost or Endo segment. This is a segment where you send us a picture of your bike. You're required, even though most people can mess this up, to give us the year, make, and model.
Okay.
Because I can usually guess, but sometimes I can't. But
Right.
it's easy when we see the year, make, and model, accompanied by a nice photo of your motorcycle. And we will be judgy about the photo that you send in. And it could really affect your ability to win the $100 gift certificate from Taco Moto. That's tacomoto.co on the internets. And they have everything you need for your motorcycle. No matter what brand it is, they have something, including an underwater motorcycle kit.
Nice.
All right. So here we go. First one is going to be from Dave Lerner. This is a 2020 KTM 500 EXC. Let's see. So
You're allowed to interrupt too.
That's a great photo.
So that makes you want to. You're parked there, and you go. I'm going to go riding there.
Yeah, this looks like Southern Utah or Western Colorado.
Yeah,
it looks amazing.
I like to pick out the photo too, but I'm going to say he could have done a little better with the lighting.
Yeah, the lighting's
a little bit on the bike, but
we're not concerned about the lighting of the bike now. We're just looking at the terrain. Yeah.
You want me to list off his list of parts there?
Give her a go.
Give her a go. He's got the Achirby's 3.8 4.2 gallon gas tank. Seat Concepts comfort seat. I think it looks like a lowered one almost. He has the vented airbox cover. Mm-hmm. So that means if he's got that, he's probably got a Taco Moto a Get ECU. I can't see the handlebar switches, but he probably has a Get ECU inside of there, and I can't see the muffler. So I don't know. The angle is he might be disguising. We had a little thing going about the front disc guards on this show.
Yeah, I heard that.
I don't know if you know that, but not a fan.
No, not
because they throw the handling off.
Right. I've never been a front rotor, so that's the biggest reason I don't run one.
I've bent them before, but it's usually in something ridiculously stupid.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, Matt, how did we do?
Vortex ECU.
Vortex, wrong.
A Kropovich slip-on. Recluse Radius CX.
Nice.
Recluse left-hand rear brake lever.
Well, that's a lot to do with your left hand.
Moose Racing shift lever. A Cheruby's 3.9 tank. GPR V4 steering dampener. Baja XD80 / Moto-minded headlight. C concept seat. Bulletproof levers. DM Designs chain slider. Reflex hand guards. The suspension was tuned with a lot of different parts that he listed, but Taco
Who did it?
Laner mid valve in fork, Racetech gold valve and shock, springs for his
all
weight.
over the place.
Yeah. So Takamoto turn signals, tubeless front and rear, tidy tail, Enduro plate holder, molecule skid plate, chain blocks, rear rotor guard, double take mirror, Taco key relocate, vented airbox cover, fastway pegs, Enduro engineering front rotor guard, Bulletproof
There it
radiator
is.
guard.
I called it.
Super Sprox 52.
Tried to hide it. He tried to hide it with that angle. That's why the lighting is the way it is.
Super
I saw it in the shadow. Okay.
52 teeth sprocket, and then a Moto slim switch.
It's a really nice photo. That does look like you're up in the mountains looking. It's somewhere near Moab. Is what
it is because those mountains with snow on them in the background is
the San Juans or something like that, or what do they call those things? No.
But it looks great.
Anyways,
so first of all, I think we know those bikes are 11 to 12 grand, right? Are we looking at another 6, 5?
Yeah, could be. When I'm listening to that parts list, it's funny because I have my companies that I do and my standard thing, and everybody has their thing. It's like I just saw like a swapping, especially when we started going into the suspension. It's just like that. There's just it's all over the place. There's no consistency whatsoever with that list of things. Although he may have built himself the absolute perfect motorcycle.
I think it sounds great.
I think it sounds great too. I think that's a Roost.
It's a Roost for me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, hard Roost.
Hard Roost.
Okay, so next one is going to be from Daryl Ruse. Let me get his.
Do these guys get mad if we don't like their bike? They're gonna blast me.
We've never once gotten an angry email.
Okay.
So.
Oh, we haven't?
I don't want.
Not
well,
once.
let's start.
My wife does not want any haters.
No. They can deflect. If you have a haters, if for anything that Jay did in the show, if they're haters, just send me the email and I'll take care of it.
All right.
Yeah, the JLR HR department's pretty good. This is 2017 350 EXEF JD tuner, Pro Moto billet end cap, recluse clutch.
My wife has been telling me I need to get some readers.
And it
isn't going to help on this though.
So if you're watching this show or you're listening to this show, squint really hard. But I'll tell you what,
this photo's terrible. That's the reason you're squinting. It's not your eyes are bad. The photo's terrible.
I rode up in a gondola with an optometrist. Yeah, that guy. He was retired.
Do we need some readers and some speech therapy?
No, I needed some tequila, which I'll do in a second here. And he said, actually, you don't want to squint because you need to expand it. And when you squint it spreads it. So you need to relax. You need to chill out when you're looking at this. So I'm going to try all these things, although I'm pretty sure this photo is completely out of focus.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Recluse clutch, Tusk impact wheels, flex bars, a tidy tail light / license plate. We made a promise to make this show PG, so I cannot call that our inside joke.
Oh, yeah. We had a kid. We used to hire. We used to have child labor here, and then the
I've seen some of the shows with the kid. Who is that?
We don't know.
Oh,
they got fired. They're too young to work at night or something like this, and then we fired all of them, or they got wise and didn't come around anymore. They couldn't spell or read very well, which we worked on. It was a learning process and stuff. Yeah. So tidy tail was spelled a little bit different. Yeah.
I think I've heard you guys talk about this. You spell it T-I-T instead of T-I-D.
We don't.
Oh, no. It was spelled correctly.
It was spelled properly.
It was read incorrectly.
What do you think is on the mind? What do you think is on the mind of a 16 or 17-year-old young boy?
Yeah. Not tidy.
Not tidy.
All right.
Yeah. Not tidy tail. So, all right. So this one is an Endo because of the photo.
I can't even see what it is.
It's too,
and I don't listen.
I mean, is he on a flip phone shooting that photo?
Oh, this is probably shot with a Nokia brick phone.
No, it's one of those Polaroid things. It pushed a button, it went like that, and then he shot a photo of that with his phone.
The fact that it's colored is impressive.
But I do like it. I do like that his bike looks clean, and
I can't see it.
Yeah, I can't see it.
Hey, if you're listening, to this as a podcast, guess what? You can see exactly what I'm seeing. Nothing.
All right.
Cheers.
Hard Endo. All right. So we'll move on to the next one, which is from Tyler Wallace. So Tyler Wallace.
Is Tyler in the chat?
Maybe. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Anyone could be in the chat. we get a lot of usernames.
Oh, now we're getting into my territory.
Yeah,
here.
2020 FX.
Oh, it looks like Jay Clark built your bike.
Yeah.
Look at all those stickers.
Yeah, I like this.
Lots of branding and logos.
FMF.
Yep.
I like what Victor just said about the last photo. It was looks like a Minecraft motorcycle.
Minecraft motorcycle.
Okay, so
What do they call it? 8-bit or something like that?
Yeah, it's like
16-bit?
8-bit art or bit art. But anyway, 2020 FX 450, 6-speed transmission conversion, KYBSS.
They learn how to do that. So we do some technical stuff.
Yeah.
We taught them how to do that on dirtbiketest.com. There's an article that Trevor it took years to get him to explain that.
So he actually did he buy the whole transmission or just was able to add 6?
So there's different ways to do it. And it kind of depends on the year. And I think Trevor's was kind of specific to the 2020-ish stuff. But no, that's a great mod for that motorcycle.
For sure. Yeah.
All right, so KYBSS.
Actually, the manufacturer should be doing this.
Any FX or let's go Yamaha. I mean, the Yamahas come with 6 gear.
No, Yamahas have 5-speed, and you'd be hard pressed to know that it was a 5-speed. And I'm not saying this just because Yamaha is a sponsor. By the way, they make these awesome FX bikes. The FX 450 and the WR has the best 5-speed box that you could have.
Okay. The 250 is a 6.
Speed,
okay,
yeah,
that's one he rode today.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to this. He was on KYB conversion, right?
Yeah, for conversion and lots of bling parts, FMF full system, which is not in the picture. IMS 3-gallon with dry brake, fast flex bars, GPR V4. Not really a big fan of the V5, and I know there's more things, but he was driving when he was submitting this bike.
That's nice that he's driving and texting, right?
So yeah, and the fact that he just had this photo kind of sitting around in the thing, but when they ever do the garage photo, Jay, I hate to say it, but I kind of did get a little creepy and like look around the back. You see the CRF 150
That's
in the back?
what I was just going to say. Have you guessed at what it was? And I saw it was a 150.
Yeah, it's a 150R. You can tell by the side of the cylinder head, right?
And you know why it's sitting over there is because no one can start it.
Right.
It's sitting against the wall, but they can get stuff piled up in there, and no one can start it.
But they can send the carb to your buddy, and he can put some stuff in it to make it start better, because that's the key. If you get that thing, the right stuff in the carburetor, they start just fine.
Because you know those wheelie guys?
Wheelie boys,
all those guys on Graham. I saw a guy, he had the thing standing up, not running, a 150. I think it was a big wheel one, but he has it standing up. The rear fender's touching the ground basically. He's standing
12 o'clock.
He's got the Kickstarter out, dude. He hops on in one motion, kickstarts it to carry out that wheelie.
He must have had your buddy do the carb.
Yeah.
It's all in the jetting. So pretty good. And then the wagon. See the wagon on the side there? That's nice. That's a nice touch.
What's the tool? The green press thing behind the
That's
bike?
a wagon. It's
a green green plastic.
That's what you take up at the top of the hill, put your kids in, and let them go and say, learn how to steer.
Do you think that he likes that we're knocking on everything in his garage?
They don't. They just hope they win. I think that's a pretty clean bike.
But no, what about do you think he's really racing? Because he's got the dry brake, and I'm not a fan of dry brakes if you're not racing.
Well, if you put the 6-speed in, he's pretty invested in it.
He's committed.
He's got a number on it. That's pretty good.
I like the number.
Yeah. And you can get that little rubber cap for the dry brakes too.
Right.
And then it's pretty good. I mean, I don't know why you would have a dry brake if you weren't
what's
racing.
the skid plate? Is that an aluminum skid plate on there?
Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh.
So you're like me with those.
Not a fan of aluminum skid plates.
If you're really gonna mash things, it's okay. But I and you knew this because I think, did you do stuff with Works Connection?
Yeah.
Do you remember me complaining about like on Hondas?
Yeah.
You had some skid plates on because you were building this off-road bikes.
And I talked to them and they understand. I say, hey, because I prefer rubber mounted.
But they actually went from being kind of a solid mount. They actually kind of integrated. They integrated some dampening and stuff, and then they kind of went away from off-road skid plates. Which I mean, I can see glide plates and stuff, but aluminum skid plates. If you're gonna smash the out of something, good on you. So I think this one Roost. I'd like a better photo, but
this one Endo's for me because we can't condone texting and driving.
Oh, Captain Safety over there. Yeah.
Yep.
I was Roost until the aluminum skid plate.
How do you know he didn't just text to speech it?
Well,
but he still had to send the photo. You can't
pretty
do that.
judgmental.
Yeah. Well, I don't have a whole lot of room to talk. I pulled my phone out.
I like that little. I like the little rear disc guard though. I like those little trim ones. They just look cool. That's a Tusk one, I think. Did he say?
What's the rear disc guard? Did he leave something else off? He's told us something he didn't have on his motorcycle.
No. He said there's a lot more, but he couldn't tell us because he was driving. So rather than actually committing and taking the time
to do it properly. He did it half-ass.
So you could actually get the Takamoto $100 gift certificate. He just saw it while he was scrolling through Facebook while driving, and then texted it, found the photo while driving, texted all this while driving, and then press submit.
Yeah.
While driving.
Well, I hope he didn't have to put down his joint in order to do that. Because let me tell you, when I'm splitting lanes on the freeway these days, I tell you what, there's a lot of people doing a lot of stuff that they shouldn't be. So I think the bike roosts. I'm just going to go with that.
It endos for me.
It's a medium roost, but it's a good one.
I'm gonna go with Endo.
Endo,
because the aluminum skid plate really is what throws me off.
And
everything else is awesome.
And Jimmy, it's your show, but it's a democracy. I'm the one who can actually turn it off. So is it really your show? Yes.
I like that Jay just straight up said, I don't like it because it had this, and therefore you're banned.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right.
So he's probably going to unfollow me if he follows me now.
Yeah. So this is a Dylan Howell. It's a 2020 KTM.
Dylan is not happy.
Is this the best photo he had?
I guess. I would have picked one where my eyes were open.
And also the tires look like they're Flintstone tires. There's no knobs visible.
Right.
It's just all mud from the pits.
He just doesn't look happy.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
It's a TPI bike, right?
2020 KTM 500 EXC.
No.
DynoJet PC5 with map switch. Moto billet end cap with ultra silent tip. Moto billet shark fin discard. Moto billet fastway Evo 4 steel foot pegs. Complete smog bundle. Mocule skid plate. Molecule. Yeah.
But did he say Mocule?
No.
You did.
It's near my bedtime. TMC fork wraps, TMC tie detail, signal indicator harness, PC racing filter skins and air filter base gasket, metal in-tank fuel filter, vented airbox cover, Enduro Engineering lever grips, dirt trick black dome washer, scrambler double take mirror, bar mounted small double take mirror, black ultra slim oil filter cap, P3 max coverage heat shield, Moto minded dash, reflex racing handguards, standard mount, XC
Are
gear.
we near the end almost?
Near. XC gear.
He's
Mako,
blocking a third of the bike.
360 bar mounts, orange fork shrinks, full kit, Tokyo off-road starting capacitor. And if you think you put all that money into that bike, you'd be happy standing next to it, presumably at a race.
What do you say about the base gasket? What'd you say?
It was a just PC racing filter skins and air filter base gasket.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Air filter gasket.
I thought it was like he took the cylinder off and did something like
with the base gasket on a 4-stroke.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like. So now I just want to make sure we heard this right.
Right. Okay. So Matt, as a riding coach, Matt.
Yes.
I think I know why he's unhappy. Like that's a long reach to the other side of the bike there. Like, I mean, he's got his arm all extended and he can't even be loose.
Well,
at
I think.
Point.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Or maybe it's just because he's wearing Crocs.
Okay, I was gonna make the Crocs joke. But.
And go to the upper right corner of the photo. They're at a cattle like fairgrounds.
Yeah.
Well, he's got a race number on it.
And is this like in Colorado or New Mexico? Does he say where he's from?
No, we don't get that information.
I see.
We don't really want it. We just want to guess.
Yeah. Hey, the bikes in the back here look pretty sick though. You think these guys are actually happy?
His eyes aren't open.
He's not very happy. I would be really happy if I had that motorcycle. I
can't see the Moto concept seat that he's got.
That looks like a seat concept
seat. Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like, and he's got it looks like the material, the suede material. It's nice. You should be happy if you have a suede material. He should be much happier than this. For this, I'm leaning towards Endo.
Oh, it's an Endo for me.
All right, sorry. And the biggest problem, if he was just on the other side of the bike, I would be much more apt to.
Well, then his arm wouldn't be so stretched out too.
Well, if his eyes were just open, I think this would help a lot.
Did he say recluse in there at all?
Yeah, he did.
Did he have recluse?
I think he mentioned it. Let me see here.
Because
I'm not seeing anything.
Because if he was on a really steep hill right there and he didn't want his bike to roll back, he'd have to be having his hand on the throttle to hold the recluse slightly engaged so it didn't roll away. But he's not on a slight hill. I'm just trying to figure out why he's so unhappy.
All right.
Next.
All right. Maybe he was just unhappy because some forum on Final Max told him.
Hey, can I send my photo in 1 week?
Yeah. Oh, you can send it in next week. Yeah.
All right.
So Jake Van Holten So this is
another Husky in a garage. Like what's
Oh, but this one's got some
well, he's got a rally nav tower kind of thing.
Yeah,
on it.
So
wow.
Oh. Actually, we have no idea what this is.
No, he didn't tell us what it was.
He didn't tell us the year, make, and model. He just told us the mods.
Or did you
Nope.
forget to clip it?
Nope. I've been much better about that.
Okay.
So
because I complain because people don't tell us what it is, and then Matt goes, "That's my fault. It was in an email," and I'm like, "Oh."
It was like on the subject title.
Yeah, because people will put it in the subject line,
and then you copy the body there.
Exactly. That's what happened. But this one was a submission from Facebook.
Can you zoom in on the plate so we can see where it's from?
Let me see here.
I like this.
It's Utah.
It looks like Utah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Utah.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
so that's 1 point up right there.
That's pretty.
Yeah. I just wish we knew what it was though. I mean, we could probably look up the license plate registration and figure it out, but I don't think I'm that committed.
Got a cop in here trying to run the plates.
It comes with a Ruby headlight, a Venture spec fairing, a Cherubies 4-gallon tank, Seat Concepts XL comfort seat.
I'm going 2020 Husky FE 501.
That's what I think it is. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Scott's steering stabilizer, Recluse clutch, OX brake, Dingo fork guards, Canyon Dancer tie down points.
Seat concept seat.
So Tugger strap, but it was spelled Tigger strap.
Tigger.
Vision Canon knockoffs, sick ass controls, bomber switch, tidy tail, brake switch, Moto turn signals, true north wiring harness, double take mirrors, iPad mini nav system, race tech springs, front and rear, and it's time to start adding the go fast parts, which is just twisting the throttle.
Did he put that?
He did put, I'm going to start adding the go fast parts, and then I added just twist the throttle.
Yeah, I mean, I ride rally with some of the fastest rally riders in the world, and I don't have any go fast parts on the bike I ride with them. So I think you're good.
Mm-hmm.
So next time, you know what? Yeah. I have this riding school, Jay.
Yes.
It's called Jimmy Lewis Off-Road Training. I can teach you how to go faster without adding the go fast parts. So that bike
Could you teach me to go to 100 miles an hour?
No. Yeah. Actually, I can't. No, you can just, if you're balanced. Yeah,
I was gonna say, this
bike is a caged animal, and unfortunately, he probably shot it today in Utah, and he's under 8 feet of snow.
Yeah,
so I can give him that, but I want a better photo. I want to know the year, make, and model.
Didn't give us year, make, or model, so I'm gonna Endo.
I do like the fact that he's doing, got his rally setup. He's ready to go rally. Double take mirrors. Do you say that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Oh no, it's a good bike.
It's a good bike.
This might even be contender for the winner. If we knew what it was.
Oh, if we knew what it was? Yeah. I like it. I like it, but I'm gonna give it an Endo for the photo.
Where you at, Jay?
Endo.
Why is that? You gotta have a reason.
The photo and the fact we don't know what it is.
Oh,
yep. There we go.
Even though we know what it is.
All right, so those are all the real submissions, but I didn't get any year, makes, or models. We just got this photo sent to us, and I just wanted to throw it on the show for everyone to see.
Nice.
We don't know the year, make, or model for this, but
did somebody submitted that to Roost or Endo?
Yeah. So the submission was from a Mr. Let me pull up his name here. Oh, what is his name? Oh, Mr. Brian Bolding. Didn't give us any information. We got this photo.
Just sent this photo of a bike burning on the side of a hill.
Thank God. It looks like Hesperia.
Thank God it's in the desert because other stuff doesn't light on fire, and it was at least the ground was watered when your bike lit on fire. To me, does it look like a KTM? Can you zoom in a little bit on that thing, man?
To me, it definitely looks like a KTM. To me, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's some people on some forums that will say.
Do we think this is real? For sure.
Oh yeah, this is real.
That's real.
This is real.
Yeah, that looks.
You can tell it'd be a lot of effort to put in the shadows being cast from the smoke.
Yeah,
yeah,
and then how the fire is actually coming off of the bike.
And what do you think would cause this, Jimmy?
So the couple things I've seen that have caused fire, bikes. It's generally a leaky fuel line, and the fuel line will leak onto the muffler, and then a combination with something else getting on it. It's like you have to have some because gas you can drop gas on a muffler, even a pretty hot muffler, and it doesn't ignite. But if there's something else on the muffler that's super hot that kind of starts glowing, that's kind of what gets it. So I don't know. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
But if Brian's watching, tell him to send me those photos so I can. I want to see more photos of it, and I want to see what it looks like when it was all done burning.
Oh, there's people send me this picture of this Husaberg 570 that burnt out in Bean Canyon.
Oh,
And it seems like I've got like 5 photos because they left it there for a while. A lot of people rode by and took pictures of them. Like, I'm going to go up there and get the parts out of that thing because like the stuff inside the motor is still good. Sometimes, but a lot of times they.
But the crank and stuff would probably be all right.
Yeah, but a lot of times it actually the magnesiums, different things that are magnesium or the covers melt and stuff. Yeah, I've seen a lot of different things. So yeah, Mark Daniels, it's the Dos Artes. Yeah, this is a gift from a friend of mine. Some really good Blanco. It's a nice, pretty bottle as well. Very smooth. Comes recommended.
So who do you guys have as your winner?
It's kind of an unfortunate contest because none of the photos were great. Even our best one at the beginning.
So I'm going to tell you what I think, and then you guys can roll from there. You can either disqualify me, but it is my show. Mm-hmm. The very sad guy, I want to turn his frown upside down by awarding him the gift certificate. I really do, because everything should be good, and I think just maybe he's one of those guys that just one good thing could just completely change his thing, and his bike could definitely use some stuff.
Do you think he raced that day, and that was the Crocs were the post gear down outfit? And
I would guess
he didn't do well.
It was a little muddy. Maybe it was the Grand Prix or something like. I think that a nice gift certificate would help him and his attitude and everything else. That's my take. The other. There was the other. What was it? The one with the nice picture. But he had all the stuff already.
Yeah, they both actually had pretty modded
similar mods.
There's a small part of me that wants to give it to the guy who...
The frown guy?
Not the frown guy. There's a small part of me that wants to give it to the guy who gave us the blurry picture, so that way he could save his $100.
No.
And put it towards the camera.
No.
Just because you spend all your money on a camera doesn't mean that you can just give away. You can build your little camera club on the side of my podcast.
Everyone's got an iPhone. He could have borrowed his kid's iPhone.
Yeah.
Even if he didn't have one, he could have got someone's iPhone to shoot it.
Should have had his kids send that thing in there for him.
I'm game for the frown guy to get it.
And I'm good with the. I like your attitude about why.
Yeah. This is a Dylan Howell.
Dylan, we want to see
Dylan Hole.
And you, so if we give this to you, you owe us a picture of you smiling.
Yeah.
With whatever you're
holding up your Taco Moto parts when they show up.
Whatever your part is. Yeah. Just a picture of you smiling next to your bike after it's all tricked out, and then go out.
But on the other side of the bike so that we can see the bike this time.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
Yeah, Dylan, go ahead and reach out to me. I'm at Jimmy Lewis Off Road, and we'll get you all figured out.
So Jay, thanks a bunch for coming in. It's been a blast.
Oh, it's fun.
It's good to catch up. Maybe we can talk a little bit more about that YZ125 project bike you're going to bring out here.
And the next time I drive through Pahrump on a Tuesday, I will stop by.
Yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Every day's a riding day. It's always 30 foot and glassy out here, Jay.
Right.
It's pretty good. Actually, it gets hot and kind of crappy. And there was plenty of dust today to make it not fun, but it was still pretty fun.
It was.
So I didn't notice any dust. So.
No, you didn't have any dust the whole time.
No.
It was funny when we stopped for that little interview. I could instantly tell who had been in the dust the most just by looking at the goggle lenses. Like Jimmy's was nice and clean.
You wouldn't have to wipe them off.
Never had to wipe them.
Jay's wasn't all that bad, and then mine was just had my clear lens were suddenly tinted.
You can just wait up a little bit, and then the dust blows away.
I did.
Just wait up just a little bit more then. Yeah. Product of the week. Oh, we're gonna do the product of the week because we have a strict format on this show.
Oh,
where's your goggles?
Yeah, these are the goggles I used today.
Yeah, so the product of the week is
did you clean them off?
Climb
Rage goggles.
Rage goggles. So these are not magnetic.
No. So this is not their top of the line. They're just a step below their top of the line ones. So rather than having that frameless design, it actually does have the frame, and the lens is that quick disconnect, but it's not the magnetic one that you get with the Edge.
Okay.
So yeah, they're made with off-road riders in mind.
Because I don't think I've used this goggle. I think I have some of the ones that are magnetic ones.
Yeah.
Which are what's it called?
The Edge.
The Edge.
And that's the one I have the experience with. So I can't remember if these are new for 2023, but Lucas wanted me to try them out for the people to know.
So other than them getting really dusty because you were slow and always getting passed by Jay. Because Jay was on a Husaberg 570, so should have you were probably twisting it as hard as you could, and Jay rolled it on and just went blowing by. How were they?
They were good. I was impressed. I could definitely tell the difference between I can tell the difference between having that frame versus not having that frame. They're definitely a little stiffer. But
you mean the outriggers? You mean the whole frame in general?
The whole frame around the lenses. It just has a stiffer feel, and it has a little bit of some more pressure points on the side of my face, but nothing like severe. Like these are excellent goggles.
How was the clear lens going into the sun in the dust?
Oh, I was hating life.
Okay.
I was hating life there for a little bit because I could not see.
Right. So clear lens, dust, and the sunset going right into your eyes.
That's not a good combo.
Yeah.
No.
But I wanted to try. I was eager to try them.
Don't they come with the tinted lens, or do those come with only one?
I specifically asked it for the clear lens.
Clear lens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because when we're teaching, I needed a clear lens for eye contact and everything. Otherwise, it looks like they're just talking to a stormtrooper with my mirrored lens.
That's a good point. That's how serious you guys take your schools.
Well, he used to have the edge with the gold lens.
Right. They can't tell that he's looking at him.
I had to tell him. I had to say, "Hey, Matt, no."
I will say.
It's like with that black helmet and that gold lens coming at you. You're like, oh, what'd I do wrong? And then needs to have a light going just across the front and be done.
So, these goggles are comfy. The strap seems to be pretty good. Like
the climb straps are good. They're robust.
Yeah. So I'm excited to put some more time on this and see if some of that stiffness goes away. But can't complain.
Okay, Matt's product of the week. Thanks for reminding me to do that.
Victor is pretty funny, by the way.
Oh yeah.
I'm noticing all this comments are.
We're gonna have him on the show one of these times. He's been in before. Okay. He's come and flat tracked with us before. I think after our ride, I think he wants to come back. So he's my connection. He does a lot of demolition.
Cool.
Of buildings and stuff in LA. So he's always calling me, "Hey, I've got these cabinets," or "Hey, I've got this lumber," and so I drive down, and that's how I build all my places around here.
Okay, good.
I'm recycling. It's called recycling.
Nice.
So, hey, Jimmy, when do you... Oh, geez.
No, I don't.
Mark, he has the Ricky Brabeck. I thought I sent it to him.
I thought you did too, but I
do you owe him a shirt?
Sure.
He won a Ricky Brabeck signed T-shirt.
And then you stiffed him on it.
No, I'm pretty sure I sent it to him because... Oh, yeah, because it went to Oxnard, right? I think it went to Oxnard. I'm 99% sure I sent that thing. Some thieves might have got that thing.
If you're in Oxnard, high possibility.
I'll look around this disaster of an office, which I'm going to clean out in the next couple of days. And if I see it, then it's on me. And if not, I'll next time I see that donkey, I'll get him to sign you another one and we'll get it out to you. But thanks for keep bugging me. I appreciate it. And I appreciate everybody who's watching. Tell a friend, share, watch Dirt Bike TV for better tech tips than you're going to get on Tech Talk Taco Tuesday. And when Jay starts his podcast, he'll have me on as well.
Yeah.
So that'll be really good because then I can quit and go riding more, like I said. So
if you need a producer, Jay.
Yeah. Well, Matt will just be like, I don't know what we'll have you doing. Drinking the rest of the tequila around here, and then we'll just sit around like bums. Okay. Yeah. So everybody, yes, correct, not sent. Cheers. We'll see you out in the trail.
See you guys.